Access granted. Transferring data. Activated.
Good morning, gamers. Good morning, Gen Con TV. Welcome to Peter vs. Machine. I'm Peter Adkison. I'm your host, and I play games, strategy games, against the machine, which is right over there. Right now, I am playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6, and that's one of my favorite games. I also love Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Either one, although I know I probably have now crossed the point where I like Civ 6 better, just as I know it better and learn it better. There's just so many more options of what you can do. And I love city planning in Civ 6, which is something that I didn't like at Civ 6 when I first started playing it. But the more I play it, the more I like it. I guess you get better at something, you tend to like it more. Human nature. So how's everybody doing? Say hi to me in chat if you're tuning in live. All right, well let's get to it. See what we got going. Oh well, first of all, a little bit about my weekend. Well, the Oscars. Love to hear what you might think about the Oscars. How things went. I agree with my buddy Steve, who said it was a little flummoxed that Oppenheimer won Best Editing, given that it was such a long movie. I mean, is that really the sign of a great editor when you can't? When you know that you just shouldn't cut out anything, you should just leave it at 3 hours? I don't know. That's a good point, Steve. But I love that Poor Things got, I don't know, at least 2 Oscars. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. Very original idea. Very brave of Emma Stone. Glad she won Best Actress for putting herself out there like that. Steve commented that a white guy could not have made this movie. Yeah, that's true. So Emma Stone was one of the producers on the show, so she knew what she was getting into, and way to go. All right, yeah. And I saw Holdovers got an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. Sad that I don't think American Fiction won anything. Maybe it did. I'm not sure. I really liked that movie. And then Anatomy of a Fall, I thought was a very interesting movie. And I think it got Best Screenplay. So I'm doing this all from memory. Well, I'm not flipping it up. So that was nice. Dee was down in Colorado this weekend. I missed her, but she's back now. Her flight was delayed. She didn't get back till like 4:30 this morning. I tried to stay up until she got here. Didn't quite make it. So I'm a little sleepy today. But nothing like a good war to wake you up. Okay, let's get at it. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to be in a war today. We'll find out. I'm not sure. All right, let's take a look at the game. Yeah. Let's take a look at the game. Oh, it's all ocean. No, it's not. It's just a weird thing. Where I was the mouse happened to be landing. Okay, we're picking up right where we left off last week. I am playing on epic speed, which is slower than normal. I like having a little extra time to move my troops around. You can play faster versions of this game, but then you get a cool new technology, and you've got 10 years, 10, 15 turns later, it's obsolete. So that's one reason I like epic speed. Gives you more time to war, that sort of thing. More time to explore, all that stuff. I'm playing level 7 out of level 8, so I'm playing near the top. I am not if you're learning Civilization by watching me, maybe you enjoy the fact that I will take time and talk about things, but there are better people out there in terms of really knowing Civ 6. I recommend on YouTube Marbazor and Ursa Ryan and Potato Whiskey. Those are all great YouTube Civ 6 players. I think Ursa Ryan might be the most thoughtful, like all sorts of cool ideas. Marbazor, I just kind of like his attitude. He doesn't always feel a need to explain everything he's doing. He's just, I don't know, he's kind of a gamer. Yeah. And Okay, so and I'm also playing England. I've never played England before. I'm really enjoying England. England has a lot of advantages that I really like. The When you settle your first city on a continent, if you haven't been on this continent before, you haven't settled your first city, you get a free mailing unit and a free trade route capacity, which means a free trade route, not a free trade route, but the hard part of having more trade routes is getting the capacity up. Building the trade routes is easy, so that's nice. On that note, I settled these. If you look at the big strategic map down here in the bottom left, I'm the red. You can see I've got a couple settlements over here and a couple settlements over here, which are a long way from my home country. But they are both part of this continent here. So I didn't get any freebies by settling there. But I was looking around the map. That's why I was looking at the ocean. And this island, I think I'm going to settle on this island. It's not a great island. It's good enough that I'll be able to make a decent city there. But it is on a continent. It's on this continent over to the left, where Pachacuti is, Inca, and Canada. So it's and if you look, there's a lens, by the way. If you haven't looked at continents before, this button over here is all these different ways you can look at the game. So if you look at the continent map, it'll say, oh, this is all Africa, and you scroll over and you see this is part of Africa too. Whereas if you go down here, this is part of Congo Craton. And so this is part of Congo Craton, and all of this is part of Congo Craton. So when I settled there, I wasn't on a new continent, and because I'd already settled here, I started on the continent of Nuna, which I totally dominate this continent. Like there is no other civ that has a city on Nuna. So, which is good from this perspective that I'll get to here in just a minute. Let's continue reviewing what England can do. Whenever I construct a Royal Navy dockyard, which is the English substitution for a harbor, I get the strongest naval unit you can build. And I was whining in a previous game that I shouldn't have built so many dockyards early in the game, because if you wait later, you get bigger ships when you build. But I've actually only built 3 Royal dockyards, so there's still quite a few I can build. But here's the part I really like. Iron and coal mine accumulate 2 more resources per turn. So a typical iron mine might get you 2. Hi, Denise. Welcome. Good morning. How are you? Did you enjoy the Oscars? I had I had trouble watching them live. I don't know. It used to be. Now I'm a big fan of streaming. I love all the options. I subscribe to a bunch of services because I can. But I couldn't figure out how to watch the Oscars last night. It's like every once in a while you come like, there's so many streams, so many platforms. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get into it on Hulu. I couldn't get into it on YouTube TV, and I couldn't get into it on ABC. I don't know. Anyway, but so the production of military engineers, which is really good for building dams, and we saw that in the last session. I went around and built all my dams really fast with military engineers. So military engineers, as England, get an extra 2 charges. I'll also be enjoying that, I think, probably with airstrips later. We'll see. That's I don't know, so many things you want to do. And then bonus production towards industrial zone buildings. So in Civ 6, all your buildings have to be in a district. So you have a science district or a campus district. You have a commercial hub. You have a Royal Naval Dockyard or a harbor. Any buildings in industrial centers, which are like workshops, factories, and power plants, are the main 3 things. And there's oil, coal, and uranium power plants. Those are different types of power plants. All get are faster to build. And this little ability powered buildings that provide additional yields when powered. This happens I think it's starting to happen in the industrial era, but certainly as you go into the information era, atomic era, etc., more and more of your buildings have some level they operate on normally, but if they're powered and you get power from power plants, they get a bonus, and those bonuses are already substantial, like +3 maybe. And here with England, it's +4 on top of that. So I'm really looking forward to like I think I'm just gonna be blown away excited about how effective some of the late game buildings are. And then the red coats are a replacement for line infantry. They get bonuses in combat strength. Hi, Koma Itsu. Oh, I probably didn't pronounce your name right. I apologize, but welcome to Gen Con TV. I'm Peter. Nice to meet you. Sea Dogs are replacement for the privateers. One thing I don't like about Civ 6 is that there's not much naval action in Civ 6. If you go big on the Navy, you're going to be the only one. Just not a lot of ships floating around. Way different from Civ 5. If you like naval action, wow, Civ 5 is like, you're going to get it in spades. Koma works. All right, Koma, nice to meet you. Privateers upgrade later to submarines, and if you're not fighting a bunch of other civs that have ships, what's the point of having submarines? They're really not, all your ships can do is go help bombard land units and take cities, coastal cities, which are really what destroyers and battleships are for. So, but I will probably build 2 Sea Dogs to get the boost if I can, because it's a boost. I don't know, for something. Civ 6 all about boosts. You have a tech tree and you have a civics tree. So your technological abilities advancing, your civic understanding is advancing, and each of those things, most of them, have something you can do, like a little mini quest in World of Warcraft or something. A little mini quest to go do this mini quest, and you get a boost and get the tech or civic faster. And I like that part too. I think that's a lot of fun, and so I'm always like thinking about what are all the things I have to do, and they're often things I would do anyway, so it's just a matter of doing them in time. Sometimes, like, I don't really know if I need to do this, but racing down the tech tree and the civics tree is really important because you get so much power from technologies and civics in this game. The faster you can get to the late game and get an advantage on other people, the better. Royal Navy Dockyard. Like I said up here, if you construct a Royal Navy Dockyard, it grants you a free naval unit. So that right there is good. Plus bonus if it's built on a foreign continent, and plus 1 movement to units built there. I mean, more movement's always good. Speaking of which, I'm playing another game as Simon Bolivar of Colombia. Wow, he is so much fun to play. All his units get plus 1 movement, and movement's just great. Okay, so let's see where we're at on the current situation. This is the tech tree we were just speaking about, and amazingly, this is crazy. I'm playing on level 7, and I'm tied for first place in technology at really what's the middle of the tech tree. I guess going industrial age is kind of the middle. I think it was kind of towards the late end, if you ask me, but just graphically, you can see it's on the middle of this chart. This is crazy. This gives me a lot of confidence about this game. Usually, I've never won a game at level 7, but I think I was close a couple times. I just have a habit of getting tired of playing a game and starting over. I find the beginning of Civ games the most fun. So I think there's a level 7 game out there that I played that I would have won if I'd have kept going. But in other Civ games I've played, even level 6, I'm usually behind on technology until down here into the information era. And then I start catching up, So to be tied for first place in the industrial era on technology is just crazy good because the AI is bad at the late game. So it's just, I think this game is going to be a pleasant stroll to the finish line. We'll see. I could screw it up, but I think that's what's going to happen. And civics, only 1 civ is ahead of me on civics, and not by much. That's Germany. And being ahead of you on civics isn't that big a deal, and I don't think. I think technology is the most important one, but I think civics is important as well. So a pleasant stroll. Watch out for Germany. Oh, I'm watching out for Germany. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, so the tech tree. That's the civics tree. Government, I think I'm a merchant republic, if I remember right. Yeah, yes, I am. It's all dark, you can hardly see it because It's saying I have to pay. It thinks I want to change my government. No, I don't. But yeah, I'm a merchant republic, and I got. We won't review all the policies. Religion. I got 110 faith per turn. I do have a religion. I've got work ethic, which is, in my opinion, the reason to play religion is work ethic. That's the best belief. I have the religion of tacos, and it what it does is your holy sites have an adjacency bonus. Like if you put holy sites in the right place, they generate more faith if they're near mountains, or if you're a member of the Hermetic Order like I am, if they're near ley lines. Back in the day, between when technology and astrology and science were all the same thing in religion, yeah. And then bonus science for followers of the religion. I'm not playing super aggressive, going out trying to spread my religion everywhere, but I'm trying to defend it, which sometimes can, be a hassle. Let's see what else we want to look at. Let's not look at all these things. Governors and let's look at scoring, world rankings, see where I'm at on the various types of victory conditions. I have the highest score. Not that we're going to play. If nobody wins by a certain time limit, then whoever has the highest score wins. But I've never played to that. Science. None of these tracks are showing any blue at all. So, and that's to be expected. Nobody starts getting. To win a science victory, you've got to. It's all about rocketry and space and settle on Mars, all this stuff like that. Eventually, launching an exoplanet mission. Well, we're in the industrial age. Nobody's in space yet, so we're all tied for last place, basically. Culture. You have to have. Let's see. This fraction has to get to 1. Like you have to have as many visiting tourists as the highest number of visiting tourists anybody has, and that means everybody's coming to your country to do tourism. That's a culture victory. 60 out of 140. We're a long ways from anybody winning that. Domination. You have to capture all the other capitals. Nobody's captured any capitals. Religion, you have to convert the entire world. There are 4 religions. Each of them are in one civilization, so nobody's close to that. Diplomacy. I have kind of stumbled into being the front runner of diplomatic mission towards a diplomatic victory. 13 out of 20. It looks like I could just rest on my laurels and probably go for a diplomatic victory. One thing is I've studied if you watched my Canada game, so diplomacy. A lot of people don't like the diplomacy victories in Civ 6 because it seems like a mystical, random sort of thing. Like these resolutions come up before the Congress, and if you vote in the way that wins, you get a diplomatic victory point. And it seems random until you study it, and once you study it, you start to learn how to predict what other AIs are going to vote for, and then you just vote for the same thing, even if it's against your interests. Then you'll get diplomatic victory points. And so I do this by habit now. And also the other thing I do by habit now is that I build Statue of Liberty. In fact, there it is. Woohoo! Yeah, we can zoom in on it. There she is. It's worth 4 victory points all by itself. So I build it not so much because I want to hedge my bets for going for diplomatic victory, but I don't want anybody else to build it. That's why. So, but our advantages, I think, is stay true to what the advantages are. Our advantages are industry and military. That says domination victory, and I promised I would go for domination victory, so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to do much, I don't think, today, because so I read an adage on the forums once about Civ 6, domination victory. The most important trait of a warmonger is patience. It's like stalking prey, right? Like a hunter. Don't worry, I'm not having fantasies of doing this. I'm not really some crazy military hunter guy, but I'm playing a game, and I could enjoy playing a game where that's a strategy. So, it's not, it's you got to wait for your moment. You got to, and in Civ 6 and Civ 5, what that means is that you don't, if you go to war a lot too often at the wrong time, the other civs are all going to gang up on you. They're all going to hate you. So you have to wait for what's called, it's best, or one strike. I mean, you can just go all out war for sure. You can. But then you better be prepared for everybody else hating you the whole way. And you're not going to be able to get good trade routes. Your money's always going to be a horrible situation on money and trade. You're always going to have problems with amenities. But that's one way to play. Another way to play is, I think that's kind of two strategies for domination. One is that strategy I just described. You just go balls to the wall from the beginning. Every place where you think you can knock them out, take them out. Even city-states. I think the other way to play is just to wait until the late game, and when you have a really strong military, and then when you start to attack, you can just take over the rest of the world faster. And people, the period of time that people have to react against you and stop you and gang up on you is a shorter period of time. And also, but one where you can kind of squeeze out a little military victory here or there if somebody attacks you or something. If somebody does something that generates grievances, then there's a matrix of grievances that you have against every other civ, and there's every other civ has a certain amount of grievances against you. When there's zero, nobody's upset at anybody. Or when your grievances with Canada are zero, it means you have no legitimate reason to hate Canada. And if their grievance towards you is zero, they have no legitimate reason to hate you. So if you go attack somebody that you don't have legitimate grievances with according to the game, like maybe they converted one of your cities to their religion, or they took one of your cities, that's a big one, or something, then if you have legitimate grievances, then you can declare war on them, and people won't get quite as upset. Like, well, yeah, they had it coming. So you kind of gotta play that game a little bit. Okay, so that's here I am just blabbering. I mean, I do advertise this show as teaching what I know about Civ 6, not just playing it. So I do feel like I should work in a little lecture so here and there. But now we're almost, I think lecture time is over. It's time to go kill someone, except I'm not at war. I am kind of at war. Here's one of the things about religion in this game, is that the religious units fight each other on a different plane, and it has nothing to do with the politics between the civilizations. It's just every religion's out for themselves. And so here I have an apostle of Catholicism, and I don't have it. There's an apostle of Catholicism in my territory. It comes from Poland. Poland is the holy city for Catholicism is in Poland in this game, and also one of my cities, speaking of, but it's not Catholicism, it's Buddhism. And that reminds me, is this a good example? But do I have a legitimate opportunity for it? It's called a casus belli, by the way. When you declare war on somebody because you have grievances, you have a legitimate reason to declare war on them. That's called a casus belli. So let's see. First of all, let's see which civilization is Buddhism. I forget. Buddhism is Germany, of course. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah. Here, this apostle is from Poland, but Germany has Buddhism, and this city is Buddhist. My other cities are all follow the religion of tacos, but Bradford follows the religion of Buddhism. That's what this icon is, just to the left of the city name. So my icon for tacos looks like a blue tree. And okay, so maybe I have grievances against Germany. So I can click on Germany like this, go over to the grievances log, and it'll say, no, I have grievances they have against you, none. Grievances you have against them, none. I disagree. But the thing is that things that they've done in the past that have upset me, like declaring war on me, generated 150 grievances early in the game. And then I did a bunch of things to them, like I took a bunch of their cities, took two of their cities, which generated grievances from them against me, and also they have denounced me twice. Both times generated grievances, but your grievances decay over time. People forget, right? People forget about atrocities of the past, right? So a lot of you see this even today in politics. This country's mad at that country over something that happened. Well, how long ago did it happen? And what was it? And we tend to. It takes a while to forget, depending on how bad the atrocity is, right? So I think this mechanic mirrors that nicely. So, anyway, I was talking about this apostle being here. This apostle might try. So I need to defend my cities religiously. So religious units can fight, but it's not actual combat. It uses the combat mechanics. It feels like a fight in the game. Like you can damage a religious unit, you can kill it. But it's all theological debates, and so it's like, if you kill a religious, a missionary or apostle, well, you've shamed them into retirement, basically. And so I'm going to take a quick look. Here's my. I'm an apostle of tacos. If I mouse over this guy, it'll tell me what sort of results I can get. I should expect. Oh, we have world religion. It gives us +10 in all theological debates. Oh, that's fantastic. This apostle, you can see the little yellow bar there, is damaged. So if I move him down there, he would still have a major victory. But since he's damaged, the other guy's whole. He does more damage than he takes, but so it's really important to try and not fight with your units that have damage on them. It doesn't matter in this case if it's a military unit or a religious unit, because obviously if they're damaged, they're closer to being dead, but also their strength goes down. It's not like D&D where you fight at full strength when you only have 1 hit point left. I always what I always say it with monsters too. Like, well, the dragon only has 1 hit point left, but just like a player character, he can fight at full strength until that last hit point is taken. Okay, so I just got to keep an eye on these apostles, make sure they don't get too crazy gung-ho. I might want to put this apostle right here. Oh, it's... oh, it looks like there's been some move. It looks like I stopped partway through my turn last time. Let's see who still need order. Oh, okay, so this is, if you look at the strategic map over here, this is one of the island places, or small places that I settled. Let's not use the word colony. And I was trying to keep Brazil out without going to war with Brazil. Brazil was also sending a settler down here. And let's see. Oh, that's right. I've got a frigate armada. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see, what do I want to do? I'm not sure who's moved and who hasn't. This guy hasn't moved. I don't really think he needs to do anything. Now that I have these settlers, Brazil could still settle on this island down here in the bottom right. But that's all frozen lands. More power to them if they do that. If you click on the settler lens, you can see where people can settle. Can't settle in the red. So Brazil could put a city right here on the tip. I wouldn't like that, or like I said, down here, a long ways away. Hopefully they won't. But if they do put just one city in this island, it'll eventually be mine because of loyalty problems, probably. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I think I've got all these military units that don't really have much to do. If I go occupy these locations, then the military units, with military units, they can't get their settler there. But it looks like all these military units have already moved this turn. This guy hasn't. That's okay. We'll just... Oh, I have Hippolyta, but not for long. Okay, it was 17 turns. I'm playing with the Heroes uh, mod or option, I should say, which has these heroes like Hercules and people like that, which all have special abilities. I just think it's really fun. They tend to have some pretty cool abilities. Okay, and her ability is that she can target another unit like this one and give them another turn. So I am gonna occupy the hexes with military units. These military units have nothing better to do. That I don't want Brazil to settle. Okay. Oh, now it's saying next turn. Okay. Wait, is there a deal to be had here? Sale of salt to my good ally, Canada. Yes. And are there any purchases available that are interesting? No. Okay. Now this little symbol means that there's going to be a World Congress topic, so we may or may not get a vote on whatever it is, depending on whether it concerns us. It didn't concern us, but now that's weird. You see what happened. No, not there. Oh, here we go. Active effects, bonus productions in city centers, and plus 10 strength for religious and combat for all units. Oh, religious and combat for all units of this religion. Oh my gosh, that's really nice. It lasts for 29 turns. Wow, that's like, I really should be going to war. And they wanna. I can bring a request for aid, which is that Victoria, it's me, was ravaged by a natural disaster. I'm not going to propose that, even though it would be free money, because it's a chance for someone to win a diplomatic victory point. So I will pass on the aid, so that I pass on somebody being able to help me. And now it's a new turn. Okay, so now I'm going to turn that settler lens back on, so we make sure I occupy all of these hexes. This guy will go here. A little geothermic fissure there, by the way. And we'll set him to... So I have decent economy, by the way. 355 gold a turn. Not bad. And let's see, these... Did it? Yep. That one, and then this one. It won't let me stay there. Okay. Yeah, so by occupying those hexes, I'm actually putting my military to doing something useful, even though it's not... We're not at war. Okay. I guess somebody could also settle here. Huh. I don't... It's not a great place to settle, but it could be a nuisance if he does settle there. Well, Hippolyta can go there, I guess. I'll get this crossbow. It'll take the crossbow a while to get there, but I can speed it along by using Hippolyta to give the crossbowman extra turns. But if Brazil's going to settle there, they're going to do it soon. But yeah, that could be a real pain in the ass. Well, oh, hey. It's 1, 2. Wait, Leeds is here. 1, 2, 3. Brazil can't settle there. Let me look at this again. You have to be at least 4 hexes away from any other city. Leeds is here. 1, 2, 3. Maybe if it's... I mean, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 hexes. This one's 4 hexes. away from Leeds and 4 hexes away from Norwich. That one I understand. But this, I don't understand how it's saying that Brazil could settle there. It'd be very expensive thing to do, but I could buy out to that tile. So this allows you to purchase tiles, but you can only buy the 3 tiles out. Oh my god, that's expensive. But I think I better, if Brazil settles there, then they've got a city right outside my harbor. If I'd have done nothing, they had settled there. They would control these 2 hexes, which are my harbor passage to Leeds. Yeah, they can't do there. So I think that was a glitch. I probably didn't need to do that, but I didn't want to take any chances. It is on another continent. Oh, they got Masaya here. All right. Well, be that as it may. All right. We have kind of a not much. The reason I have such a strong military down here is that when I decided to come settle it, this place was overrun by barbarians. There were a lot of barbarians down here, and by the way, because I have Ancestral Hall, which is a building in your government plaza, and I recommend this for the early game, trying to build government plaza early, ancestral recall before you've settled most of your cities, because Ancestral Hall gives you a 50% production bonus on settlers, and every time you settle a city or found a city, you get a bonus worker. Eventually, I can't improve a geothermal fissure at this point until late game, very late game, that you get the option to get geothermal power plants, which are actually really nice. But most of the game, they're just they don't have any. They're not very good for working tiles, but you can build campuses next to them to get +2 adjacency bonus. Woo-hoo. Okay, Sea Dog. Where? Oh, this is the Sea Dog. Okay, so I only need one more Sea Dog, and I will have the boost for something. Maybe it doesn't matter. Privateers. Oh, yeah, it's a tech. Electricity, which is a great tech, unless you build hydroelectric dams, which give you power. Remember our little conversation about power earlier. Well, we've got Navy and... Okay, so we've got 2 settlements here. We also have, if we scroll eastward, almost all the way to Germany, we have a little settlement here as well, and this island just isn't big enough for somebody else to settle on, except maybe out in the snow. Yeah, one spot down here. Yeah, nobody in the right mind is going to do that. They can't even. Yeah. So. I'm going to take a couple of these ships, and okay, the Sea Dog is going to go back home, and I am thinking about settling here, although I think that since Brazil wasn't able to settle here, and they seem to also be trying to settle islands, I think Brazil is going to beat me to this. In fact, I think I might not even try. Because it's just a lot of it would be some shenanigans. It would be some trying to get certain things in place, Okay, I'm gonna go back here and heal up. The build, you get a free builder when you settle a new city with Ancestral Hall. So I'm gonna settle this lumberyard. Maybe I should have chopped it. I'm gonna probably end up chopping these woods here. The main, I would have settled further north, except that I want to get the double bonus. Do I have map tax? Yes, I want to get the double bonus of a holy site between these two ley lines and a mountain. So +5 bonus is pretty good. I generally, when looking at adjacency bonuses, things that care about adjacency bonuses are things like holy sites, campuses, and harbors, and commercial hubs. +3 is good. It's kind of the threshold between good enough to do it or not. And there's a +5 and there's a +4 campus. So that's what I'm ultimately after here. But before I'm going to be able to build, well, and the holy site will give me bonuses. In fact, okay, what I should be doing is now I'm going to need money. I spent all that money protecting Leeds' port. I need to expand out to here with my territory and then use my builder to chop down trees to accelerate the production of this holy site. The holy site itself, because it has work ethic, will give me a huge bonus to production. So getting, if I have a good holy site space, I want to get that holy site going as quick as possible. That is the best way, for my situation, the best way of getting to decent production quickly. I see I've got a guy, an apostle on the run. Can I get to him? Yes, I can. Oh, now we'll see how theological debate works. It just looks like combat. Except you can do it when you're not at war, and you can do it anywhere. Your missionaries and apostles can go anywhere. So I'm just going to go over there, and your proselyters are not welcome my people. I must ask you to move them. What? Are you serious? Apparently by doing that, I'll explain why in a moment, I converted one of his cities. And so this is one of the things that you can do if somebody converts one of your cities. You have to wait for them to do it, but once they convert one of your cities, you can tell them, hey, don't do that. And if they say, oh, okay, like in this case, I'm sorry, I thought my people would be welcome, I gain 30 diplomatic favor. That's 30 votes in the UN, basically. Or I can say, screw you, if it is God's will that your people believe in our ways, who am I to stop it? And then I can generate grievances. I actually want to generate grievances with Ludwig because I want him to attack me. So, but I don't see that I converted any of his cities, so I'm not sure why he... Oh, I did. I converted Magdeburg. Okay, so here's what happened, is that when you have theological combat, if one of the apostles, or religious units, I should say, is defeated, then all the cities in a radius of, I think, probably 6 tiles, I'm not sure, there is a bonus that happens on your religion and a penalty that happens on theirs. And they, like, all the cities lose a little faith in the religion that lost and gain a little faith in the religion that won. And it was enough to tip the scales in Magdeburg. Magdeburg is now converted to tacos. Taco trucks are pulling up around, parking in all the gas stations. They're going crazy. Yeah. Okay, so that was fun. Okay, let's pick up pace here a little bit. I'm going to turn off map tax. Map tax is a way to kind of explain or kind of remind yourself what you plan to build where, but it tends to clutter up the map. So, oh, I got one more unit that didn't move. Oh, it's this apostle here. And that's right. I moved him down. I asked him to come down here. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember why I put him back here. Your apostles can be kind of vulnerable. If they're too close to the front lines, they can be kind of vulnerable to like a sneak attack, you know, with a bunch of wasp apostles come running by. You imagine their robes flying in the air and gang up on somebody. And yeah, I mean, Denise having fun picturing taco trucks pulling into cities. Yeah, there's like a caravan of them. Pulling up, flipping burritos, rolling up the burritos. They're out there hand kneading the dough, making the tortillas, all this stuff. Coma, good point. What else would be the Church of Taco? What else would be the Church of Tacos? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's taco trucks for sure. There's street taco vendors everywhere. Exactly. I've also in Civ 6 when you form a religion, it lets you name your religion, so it's always fun to like, you know. I played recently where I had religion or role playing games, you know, and I had, players are lined up around the block, you know. There's DMs are showing up. Recruit, yeah, it's fun. I've done anime religion, Gen Con religion. Okay, we have a new tech, sanitation. This is really good for building sewers. Sewers will increase housing, but they are also, let me show you, sewers will ultimately, you have to build 4 sewers so you get the boost for suffrage, which unlocks democracy, which is something we will want very badly eventually, but that's a long ways away. And they're not, so sewers are really useful, and you build at least 4 of them, you get a boost. So that's what we're doing now. We got plenty of time now. Birmingham, speaking of housing, Birmingham needs more housing. And, you see this little unit here? I forgot that I had found Himiko, and that I've been praying for her to come and join us, and she has. Himiko is my favorite of all the great people. So here's the heroes. So here's all the heroes list, and I didn't get Hercules, which is also my favorite, but Himiko claimed by England. So what Himiko lets you do, first of all, you can't kill her. She's worthless in combat. She's not for combat, but she gives +5 combat strength to all units near her. But that's the main thing, is that she can go anywhere, and she starts with 8 charges, where you can go to a city state and spend a charge and get an envoy there. So 8 envoys is a lot of envoys. It's enough to pretty much guarantee taking suzerainty of a city state that's not already yours, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah. So let's look at the list of city-states and see what one we want. Well, we are already suzerain of 4 city-states out of 8. Yeah, it's almost like she is. Okay, so we're doing good with city-states even without her. Within like 2 eras, I will be the suzerain of every city-state in the game. That's just the way this is going to work. So the colors of the city-state represent their types. So yellow ones are trade cities, so they tend to help with money, like multiple gold. Like this Zanzibar, 1 envoy gives you +2 gold in the capital and every market or lighthouse, and then +4 for every bank, shipyard, and consulate. And with 3 envoys, with 6 envoys, you get +6 gold in every stock exchange, seaport, and chancery building. And these things all stack, so it's just huge amounts of money, and which is great. Also, every city-state has a suzerain bonus, which is just like a special bonus for that city-state. And Zanzibar gives you 2 unique luxury resources: cinnamon and cloves. It's insanely good. So I would do it. I would make this choice based on the suzerain ability. So what I would gain if I became suzerain. This Johannesburg +1 production for every improved resource type in that city. Okay, every city's probably going to have 2 or 3 or 4. So that's probably across the board plus 2 or 3 or 4 production per city. That's really good. Armagh lets you build monastery improvements. Monasteries add +2 faith, +2 blah 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 blah. Provides +1 housing. Additional housing once colonialism is discovered. Oh, we discovered that. We practically invented it. Cannot be built next to another monastery. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. The problem with these monasteries or any tile improvements is that what is the tile doing otherwise? Like, where they're really good is in terrain that's just not very useful otherwise. And so tundra, so like I could put monasteries up here in the frozen tundra wastelands, which the monks love it. I mean that's great. I mean taco monks, not so much. I could do it down here in these tundra desert. That's the place you want to build tile improvements that aren't good for anything else. Okay, let's not drag this out. Okay, that's our mod. That's kind of interesting. I think Johannesburg's better. Singapore, your city's +2 production for each foreign civilization. They have a trade route too. That's like one of those things that could be pretty good for one, if you remember to do it. But you know, if I mean, your cities receive +2 production for each foreign civilization. They have a trade route too. Okay, I'm guessing it's just that city. It's not like all cities get a... Yeah, okay. That's okay. That could be good. But the thing about that one is you have to remember to use it. Like when you go to send out your trade shouts, like, okay, mainly want to go to foreign cities. Yeah. And trader units can't be plundered on water tiles. That's kind of good. See, I think Johannesburg's best. Where is Johannesburg? Johannesburg is... Oh, and it's conveniently located. It's right there. Okay. Hamiko. That's where you're going to go. Right to here. Alright. And let's... Oh, and the person who's currently suzerain is Jadwiga, and she only has 3 envoys there. So I'll be able to take Johannesburg without actually using a lot, without using only like half of my envoys. Okay, that's great. Birmingham needs more housing too. Okay, we'll worry about that when we go to build there. Okay, so we have finished sanitation. Okay, I was looking earlier at, I didn't make any turns while you were gone, but I was looking at what I need to do to get boosts and where I want to get. So a lot of this techs are coming up are really important. Electricity would be really important for hydroelectric dams. Flight, can you say fighters, bombers? I mean, yeah, really, really important. And steel and fight are the 2 first really super powerful techs for fighting, for combat. Well, and also for land combat. Whatever the technology is that got us frigates, that's also really good. So once I get, so I'm pretty close to being able to go to war. Once I get to get these 2 techs, I can start cranking out artillery and biplanes, which aren't great at war, but they just get better and better after that. I'll also want oil, and I'm also going to want economics or banks, but let's do it based on what order we can get the boost. So I need 2 shipyards to get the boost for steam power. I think I'm building shipyards. There, I'm building one here. It'll be ready in 11 turns. And I have one here in London, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't. But I'll have one in 1 turn, and I'll have Portsmouth in 5 turns. So in 5 turns, I will. I don't think I have. Yeah. Okay. So in 5 turns, I will have 2 shipyards, and this takes 9 turns. The boost gives you 40%. So 40% of 9 is 3.6. That leaves 6, 5.4 that I got it. Yeah, 5 turns is perfect. You kind of play the game of like, okay, when am I going to get the boost? Because if you are, the boost gives you 40% of the total. So if you have already earned 60% of the technology, and then you get the boost, then you're done. It's not like it's giving you 40% of what's left. It's 40% of the total. So in this case, if I need 6 turns. It's going to give me 3.6. Let's call that 3 or 4. If I in 5 turns, yeah, what you hope for is no wasted. You don't want to waste any of those free things. And then I already figured out I'm not going to get the boost for economics. Economics requires having 2 banks, and I have not been building very many commercial hubs, which is the districts that you put banks in. I've been instead building harbors. Harbors and commercial hubs have very similar roles in the game. Harbors take a little longer to build, and for that reason, I think they tend to be not preferable. But because my harbors are Royal Navy dockyards, I've been building more of them. And also, I think I like harbors more than the average Civ 6 expert does, because they also provide more production bonuses. But in this case, note to self: in the future, I should always build at least 2 commercial hubs so that I can build 2 banks and get the boost for economics. So I'm going to have to hard build economics. I've already got the boost for flight. I've got the boost for refining. To get the boost for steel, I need a coal mine and an ironclad. Okay, I've got a coal mine, but that's the reason I'm getting the steam power soon, because steam power will give me ironclads. But then I actually have to build the ironclad. And I'd like to build it by building a Royal Navy dockyard and getting it for free. That would be cool. And then get the boost for replaceable parts, 3 line infantry. Those are just upgrades from earlier. I think I can do that all with money. Now, the way upgrades cost money and resources. I've got a lot of resources. I'm not worried about the resources, but to get 3 line infantry, here's a musketman. And I think I have 2 musketmen back here at home. Yep, there they are, 2 musketmen. So if I upgrade all those musketmen to line infantry, do I have line infantry yet? I must have it, or they wouldn't have a. Line infantry. They'll tell me it's a civic. Could be a civic, but I must have. Let's just the other way to find out is to mouse up, to select the unit, and yeah, it gives me an upgrade to a red coat, which is the special unit for England that replaces the line infantry. It cost me 375 gold. I've got 415. I could do it now, but I'm gonna wait. I don't need to do it just yet, and so I'm going to see if there's something else I need for my money. Okay, this apostle is just he's healed. So I think I'm just going to put him on sleep mode so he doesn't ask me every turn what I want to do with him. And yeah, this is what I want to do with my money. I want to buy down to this tile. This will kickstart Norwich. 355 more gold. Okay, so next turn I'll do it. And the aqueduct can wait. And let's do. Oh, I can't do the holy site until I have that tile. Okay, so the aqueduct's just kind of buying me, there are 2 things that do a lot to kickstart, to get production going. The 2 most important districts for production are holy sites if you have the right beliefs and right policies in place, and industrial zones. And so those are usually what I focus on to begin with, and then science and culture and money. all the other things. Okay, builder. This builder is just hanging out. I would like to. Well, I'm not going to spend. Yeah, just kind of got to wait. There's nothing I probably want to use a charge on that's available, except maybe. Well, not yet. Okay, we're just going to leave that builder there for now. And Hippolyta, she's got 15 turns left. So heroes have a lifespan. They last a certain amount of time and then they die. But you could pray and bring them back. So it takes religion. You pray, it takes faith. So, and you have to wait till the next era. So like right now we're in the industrial era. I would have to wait till whatever the era is that comes after the industrial era, modern era, and then use the faith to bring back heroes. Okay. We're going to... So, one of the boosts that's coming up, I know I'm going to need to get 3 core or armadas. Let's say it's a civics boost. And 3 cores in your military. I don't know if they actually have to be cores or the equivalent. Oh yeah, it says 3 identical units into army or armada. Okay. And wait. Oh, this lets you form an army armada. I don't know if the boost has to be cores. So you can combine 2 units into 1 unit, and that unit becomes stronger, and it's called creating a core. Or you take a core and a normal unit, combine them, and create an army. And there's also naval equivalents to it. And for naval equivalent to a core is a fleet, and the naval equivalent to an army is an armada. And what I'm wondering is whether these literally has to be 3 core, or if it could be 3 cores or fleets. So I am going to I'm going to wait until these are all healed. I don't know if it matters, but well, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and combine this into this. Oops, come on. Okay, so I created the very first ever fleet. So I got an era score bonus. I already have an armada, which is bigger than a fleet. But that was because it was the special ability of a great admiral. And then this one, I'm going to take and add this guy. So now I have 2 core. And there was something where I need 3 musketmen. No, 3 line infantry. So I think on the boost in these 3 line infantry, it doesn't count. A core doesn't count as 2; it just counts as 1. So I'm not going to do. I'm not going to combine my muskets into line infantry, into a core, until after I've promoted them to line infantry, so I got the credits for that. Tago prays Spain to bring back heroes. Yeah. We got Dr. Jalapeno. Indeed. Yeah, I think, let's see, how long would it take? I don't think I'm going to be at a war in 15 turns, and if it is, it's probably going to be over here. I can get Hippolyta here in 10 turns. Well, I guess I might as well. Okay, we're gonna bring Hippolyta over here, where she'll matter if we end up in a war. Okay, you're just gonna sit and spend, dude, and I feel like I officially have too many military units here, so I think that they're all different military units too. Of course, there's which is inefficient for building corps and armies. That's okay. Having an archer in the city is probably a good idea. Okay. Okay, here's Sea Dog. I gotta build another Sea Dog or a Royal Navy dockyard. Oh, here we go. I am building a Royal Navy dockyard in Frankfurt in two turns. So if that ends up being, that might give me my second Sea Dog, which I need also for a boost. Okay, this volcano went off, it looks like, and I need to repair this location. Are these guys pillaged? Yeah, it must have gone off soon. That's probably why this builder is here. It's not always easy to figure out what was going on the previous week to catch up. Okay, so this guy has a little damage on him. Let's bring him home. Bring him home to a holy site that's kind of in the back line. Ah, there's one right there. Okay. And next turn. He would like to have... Canada would like an economic alliance. I think that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. My philosophy, as a warmonger even, is to be good buddies with everybody until I attack them. Ludwig built Temple of Artemis. Good for you, Ludwig. So what am I building? I'm building two temples up here. I'm building the Hagia Sophia, which is, I think, a mediocre. It is a mediocre sort of wonder, and building it up there. Okay, where's my map tax? And here I'm building Huey Teocalli, which is also a mediocre wonder, but I think in both cases I'm doing it. I'll get Aeroscore bonuses, and they're probably just, both of these cities have population problems where it's difficult for them because they're up in the tundra. I have a strategy for fixing that, but it's going to take time. And so, Yarbuga wants Wales. That's surprising. But until I do, what happens if your city's built if they're building at a proper rate? All hail salsa. If your cities are growing at a proper rate, though, you'll be constantly building districts and trying to decide which one to build and building buildings in the districts once you built the districts. But if a city, if it's a poor performer and it's just not growing well, then you will have times when it's got nothing to build. I mean, you can build military, or there are some things you can do. They're useful, but somebody's like, I'm just going to build a wonder. Okay, so we built a government plaza here now. This is my capital. I gotta be careful what I want to build. Okay, Magnus is here. Ancestral. If I wanted to build a settler, now would be the time to do it. And I think I'm just not going to bother. Just build a settler so I get a free military. Oh, and a trade route capacity. And by the way, what is my religion doing for me these days? Let's ask. What can I build with religion? I could summon Arthur back. No, I don't think so. Apostles and gurus and missionaries. Okay. Sometimes you have religious benefits that let you build other types of units, like settlers. Well, how long would it cost? How long would it take to build a settler? I hate these pop-ups. Like, I wish there was a way. Probably is a way I can turn them off. I think it's bad for streaming because you see all these pop-ups, but the pop-ups aren't necessarily what I want to talk about. Okay, so 5 turns of tying up my capital, which has got pretty decent production. I like the idea of an extra trade route capacity. That's worth a lot of money. And I get that on. Yeah, I think, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna build a seller, and we'll just throw it at that island and see if we get it. If we don't, we don't. I mean, it's possible Brazil hasn't discovered it yet, because if you look at where Brazil is over here in the green. It makes sense that they came out this way and found this island. Maybe they haven't explored all the way out to here, because that's really kind of Inca lands. So, I didn't discover it till recently, so we haven't had ocean going that long. Okay, so now I have enough money to buy out to this tile here. There we go. So what I want to do is let's see. Well, let's get out of this mode. This guy has moved to 2. I'm gonna wait a turn before I do what I want to do. It's a little tricksy. I'll show it to you when I do it, but it's a good little trick. And go in the city, because you're a ranged unit. That's a really good spot for you to be. Okay, and okay, I got 2 caravel fleets. Now I can't make a caravel. When I get the technology to make an armada, I won't be able to make it from these fleets. But I think I have other caravels somewhere. If not, I'll build something. Hey. I guess it's good to have one of these caravels kind of just camp here, and let's take the other one. Let's have at least one ship go over to protect that settler that's eventually going to come towards that island. And you're just going to hang out here, I guess. And here is Apostle. Here. One thing I do a lot is you can put units to sleep so that when you say next unit, it doesn't cycle through every single unit you have. But I do like to keep at least one unit in an area awake, so that it asks me, so that it reminds me to look around in this area. I don't need to tell the computer what to do with every single unit down here, but I do want to make sure I get one unit down here that pops up on rotation every turn. So I find out, okay, is this so that I look at that area. Okay, let's go over there. Yeah, we got a lot of tiles to clean up. See, it's another turn already. Okay. Canada is founding a city. Oh, Inca have denounced Poland. Oh, good. So we want everybody else getting mad at each other, just raising the temperature. Inca is considering a war on Poland. Yeah, you should. Poland is sending an envoy to Armagh, and Lodz is facing a siege. Lodz. So who is at war? That's a good question. The bright lead lines are at war. Okay, Ludwig, Germany is at war with Pedro, Brazil, and Jadwiga, which is Poland. So Germany has been at war most of the time. And that's the bright red lines. The dark red lines are denouncements. Yeah, Ludwig denounced me. I'm up here at the top, England. Yellow lines are unfriendly. Jadwiga doesn't like us, and doesn't like Canada. And then the blue lines are various stages of friendship. So I am allied with Inca and Canada. They're very peace-loving. I'm peace-loving too, except when I'm not. Oh, I got a quest. I got an envoy from Johannesburg. Wow, Himiko's going down there too. Tech boosted electricity. that's the 2 privateers. Okay, evidently I was building a privateer somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh no, it's when I finished the Royal Navy dockyard, I got a privateer. Right there. Now, you might be wondering why I would have a privateer inside of a lake. Can't go anywhere. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. But it's a problem that will be solved when I get the technology to build canals. So I'm not going to build a science here. But I do want to build a canal there. So I'm going to change my little map tax. Where's the symbol for canals? Who knows? Okay, well you can just put a little. I'll put a slash sign. Don't build here, except it'll remind me. I'll know that'll be enough to remind me that I need canals. So when do I get canals? I get with chemistry. Canal. Technology is with steam power. Oh, I should have that already. Oh, I'm working on it right now. And yeah, okay. So soon I'll be able to go down there and build a canal. So when about the time this builder is done repairing all these tiles, I can go over there and build a canal. And then I can get my privateer out. But really, all I really cared about that much about the privateer was getting the boost for electricity, which I got. Okay, I can sell coffee to Canada. Or I can sell both of them to Yodwiga. I'm going to sell to Canada because it's less chance of the deal falling through because of a outbreak of hostility. I haven't seen Armando yet this morning, but it's funny. We were just talking about how one challenge of playing this game is that you know intellectually that all these other civs and their leaders, Pedro and Yodwiga, that they're all AIs. Like it doesn't matter, but it's hard to not. It's hard to be ruthless sometimes. It's like, oh, poor Gilgamesh, we've been friends since the ancient era. Now I have to attack you because you're the last civ I haven't wiped out yet. Okay, Plymouth. We finished the diplomatic quarter, which will give me diplomatic favor and a bonus. Okay, that's not really that amazing, but the consulate and the chancery both give me other bonuses that I like. Plus for gold, plus 2 influence points, and there are city-states where the bonuses go up if you have a consulate or a chancery, so we will do that. Okay, we don't need to send an envoy right now. I highly recommend having a few envoys in reserve. Okay, this goes there, but doesn't have a movement point. So whatever the little trick is, we'll have to wait. And then this one is going to go here. And we are going to do some chopping of trees for reduction bonuses. Oh, I can upgrade. Okay, so now I have lots of upgrade options. And I have some money. It's going to be very expensive. But what I recommend when it comes to upgrading military units to new technologies, let's see. Excellent point. I definitely find myself playing differently when I play against AI versus human players. Yeah. And it's... but sometimes you feel bad, even if it's an AI. It's like having one of those AI friends that you can get. I don't really know if they're... Anyway, what exactly is going on there. But I guess if you can see an AI as a friend, you can feel bad about backstabbing them, even in a game. Okay, so what I was saying about upgrades, what you do is you kind of save up all your upgrade needs for a while, and then you when you have the opportunity to change policies, you change your policies accordingly, and there are policies that will give you discounts in just actually. So what would Gandhi do? Well, Shark. Hi, Shark. Welcome. Yes, in real life, I do. What would Gandhi do? Gandhi, Jesus, Buddha, all those guys. They. I'm. I'm not a religious person. I'm an atheist, but I do love the moral codes that a lot of the religious figures have had. Not necessarily their followers. I remember seeing a bumper sticker that said, "Jesus, please save us from your followers." Let's see. I should be careful what I say. Okay, Brazil's earned a great general. Most of these reports you get by having things like embassies and trade routes and stuff with other civilizations, so you get more access to what's going on there. But then, the benefit of that is you get these reports. But most reports are, who cares? But sometimes there's a really important one. Zanzibar just declared war on Brazil. That's so important. It's going to come up here in the regular course of things. Okay. Zanzibar. Oh, Zanzibar. Whoa, 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 whoa. Zanzibar is my suzerain. I'm not at war with Brazil. Am I? Brazil didn't attack me. No way. A shift in envoys, so no more. Okay, well, we gotta fix that. So this is why you keep envoys in reserve, so that when somebody takes your city-state, you can take it back. Oh, there we go. Back. Zanzibar is mine now. But now I only have 2 envoys in reserve. So, see, you can only do that so much. So that's why you want envoys in reserve. I mean, you could just go out and get a different city-state, but in this case, Zanzibar is really, really good city-state because of the free amenities, 2 free amenities for 6 cities each. Also, I like being suzerain of city-states that are close to me. Okay, so like you just look at this map strategically. Look at all these red cities are me. You can see why I'm very keen to have Zanzibar and Ayutthaya as and Preslav as my allies, because just all peace notifications, and I have enough faith to recall Arthur. I'm not going to be doing that. I have enough faith to recall Sinbad. I love Sinbad. He's great, but not so great once all the barbarians have been wiped out. And I don't think there's a barbarian outpost. Barbarian outpost. There we go. I'm going to see if I can find if there's a barbarian outpost on the coast. They were all wiped out, but they come back, right? So I'm going to see where there's a barbarian outpost. If there's one on the coast, then I'll summon Sinbad and have him go take care of it. There's one barbarian outpost somewhere. Where is it at? It is on the coast, but it's a coastal area that's blocked by ice, polar ice. I can't get to it. Although, if Poland doesn't go down there and take care of the problem, when enough of the ice melts away due to global warming, we'll be able to send Sinbad down there. Oh my God. Okay, I can sell wine to Canada. Sure, let's do that. Or any of these other people. Well, I sold to Canada last time. I'll sell to Pachacuti this time. Inca and the Incans. All right. Okay, so now that I have movement, I can do what I want. So when you chop, it supplies production to whatever you're producing. And so if I build a holy site here, it's going to get rid of the forest. So it's a waste in the sense that I could have done chopped up the forest and gotten the production. So it's better to do that before I build a city, before I build a district there. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I mean, it'd be nice to always do that, but that requires a level of sometimes you just get lazy and don't do it. You don't have a builder handy. You don't have enough money to buy one. You don't want to put off the building of the district for 10 turns or whatever. Okay, so, but if I did it now, that extra production would apply to the aqueduct. Well, the aqueduct is nice, but what I really want to do is apply to the holy site. But building the holy site gets rid of the forest. So how do you do that? So the way you do it is is you just don't have any production happening, and then chop down the woods, and it sort of stores the production. Sometimes I like to test this, see if it really works out. Okay, it says that it would take me 119 turns to build a holy site. Obviously, it's not going to do that. We're not going to spend 119 turns. Okay, so now let's chop down the forest. And now let's look and see how long it'll take me to build the holy site. Whoops, where is it? 75 turns. Okay, it's not going to be 75 turns either because I'm going to get better production while this is happening. But 119 to 75, that's what, a quarter of it or something like that. Okay, so now I will put the holy site there. And then we're going to chop down these woods too, because I probably do less chopping down of woods than most players, because I actually do think in the long term the woods, and a lot of times I see players are chopping down woods that would turn into good value as woods later in the game. But a wood mill in a tundra is not going to be that good no matter what you do. It's just not going to be that great. So now we're down to 19 turns to finish the holy site. And it's not actually going to take us 19 turns, especially because I am going to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy out to this iron deposit. And even though I got plenty of iron, don't need more iron or steel. Which form is it? It's called iron. Okay. Even though I don't need more iron, because I have so much, this will still be a really good production tile, irrespective of the iron bonus. Oh, yeah, I think you're just hanging out, dude. Yeah. So this is interesting. The Brazil. I mean, you never really know what the AI is thinking, but it looks like the machine is just hanging out there waiting for my knight to move out of the way so it can sit here and so it can settle there. I love that. I love that it's like that you can tie up another Civ settler for 500 years occupying some spot that it wants. Now, where's that Polish apostle? I don't see them. Okay, that's all that matters. Okay. I guess we just put one of these ships in each place and let it hang out. Sleep. So these ships, maybe not privateers that become submarines, but the frigates that become battleships and the ironclads that become destroyers can take cities. When I knew I was going to play England, I chose what's called a fractal map, which generates a lot of coastlines, because I thought that would be, if you're going to play England, you want a lot of water, just because it's England. So. Wow, these are nice tiles around this volcano. Just like, this is nothing fancy here. This is just like the regular mine improvement that you get in the ancient era. 1 mine, 4 food, and 6 production. That's crazy good. That's really good. Yeah. And this privateer is just waiting. This sea dog is just waiting. The sea dogs have a chance of capturing other ships. But to capture a ship, you have to be at war. You have to find one, and you have to be at war. And it's surprisingly hard. If you love big naval action, you want to play Civ 5 that's one of the things that Civ 5 is better at. There's just a lot of good naval stuff. In Civ 6, there's just not much naval stuff. You can build a great fleet. You just got nobody to fight. I guess if you're PvP, fighting other players. Okay, so we got our boost for steam power because we finished 2 shipyards. Yep, there it is. And indeed, we have 2 turns left. So I always love it when you get the boost and you have 1 turn left, and you know you didn't waste any free production. Okay, so we got the shipyards. And we got the 2 privateers. Yes, I do keep a to-do list. I can't keep it all in my head. Used to when I was younger. This is what you have to look forward to when you get older. Although if you're young and you have the same problem, then you might as well learn now. Start taking notes. Okay, choose production. Okay, we finished a shipyard in Portsmouth. What do we want to do here next? Okay, I love it when a city produces something and we have to figure out what it's going to do. Okay, so Portsmouth has plus 16 food. It's really good on food. Portsmouth's going to become pretty big because it's got all this flat land, and what the hell do you do with it other than make farms? Okay, so that's great, and its production's plus 35. It's not bad production, but hey, this is a useful report, by the way. If you play this, you go down to cities, and it pops up all these different types of reports you can have on your cities. So if you look for yields, and then you can sort by different categories. So you can see what are our biggest production cities and how do other cities rank. My best city is London, it's producing 80 hammers a turn. The worst is Norwich, of course. That's down there where the holy site, 119 turned to a holy site city. Okay, that's fine. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, Portsmouth is kind of in the middle. So it's doing okay. On food production, it's interesting. Look at Portsmouth is in top place. I got a lot of cities that really need more food production. Gold, my top city is Mainz. Faith production, top city is Mainz. Science production, top city is Mainz. And yeah, that does sound like a German name, doesn't it? And culture, Mainz. Wow, Mainz is just like in London and tourism. I don't care much about tourism because that matters most in a diplomatic victory. Anyway, there's different things. Oh, let's look at power. Okay, so remember I mentioned that London gets bonuses on power, and so we're going to want to make sure we're all fully powered. So this is each city. How much power does it have, and what is the power requirements or opportunity? Like a city will still function without power. It just, it's like not having lights on. I mean, it's an industrial era, and not everybody has lighting. Not everybody has electricity. You don't need power yet. So London is the only building that has the only city that has a building that wants power, and it's got the power. So just to continue this lesson, let's look at it. Let's look at London and find out what it has that has power. You click on the city and go down here and click on this, and then click the tab second from the left, and it'll list all the things in your city. So it's probably going to be the coal power plant. Coal power plant is converting amount of coal to power for cities within 6 tiles. Okay, that's what it does, and it gives you bonus production equal to the adjacency production bonus of its district. Okay, that's not what's actually that's generating power, but it's not using the power. It might be the factory. Factory, yes, +3 production, +3 production additionally when powered. That's what the stats are, but because it's England, it's giving me 10 production. Yeah, okay, so the pop-up is saying I'm getting 6 production from a powered factory, but I'm actually getting 10. That's because of the England bonus. So also about industries, you don't have to max out every city. A factory's production bonus is extended to all city centers within 6 tiles that do not already have a bonus from this building type. Okay, so if I built a factory in another city, it wouldn't add to the city's production if it's within 6 tiles. And so let's test that theory. Let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool does not have a factory. It doesn't even have an industrial zone. So you don't even need an industrial zone, I think, to get this benefit. Okay, that's what's in the city. Let's look over here. If you mouse over these dials here that have the different types of, this tells you what the city is producing. And so it's getting, this pop-up is saying for production, 46 production, which for this city in the tundra is really good. Well, it's getting +6 from industrial zone. It doesn't have an industrial zone. Maybe it does have an industrial zone here. Is this an industrial zone? It does have an industrial zone. Okay, no, it's, yeah, okay, so it's getting, it's good to know what's really happening here because it'll save you some builds. So I build an industrial zone here, and it's getting 6 points for the industrial zone, and 4 from the holy site, and 10 from factory. That's not its own factory; it's the factory in London. So there's the bonus that it's getting from that factory. But if you do want to maximize production, eventually you will want to build more factories, even though you're not getting factory, because the factory is a prerequisite to power plants. And the power plant here is giving me +8. It depends on what the adjacency bonus is. So it's giving me +8 and +10 from the factory, and only the 10 from the factory is transferring over to these other cities. So if you really want to maximize the production of your of these other cities, if I wanted to, I would build power plants there too, especially when I get to the point where the power plants in the cities that have them aren't sufficient. So let's look at where, while I'm in this topic, not just to explain it to you, but also for my own sense of managing where I'm at. I want to see where my I have industrial centers almost everywhere. Okay, that's fine. But where do I have factories? Okay, I could look at each city individually, but the faster way is going to be just to go here and type factory. And I don't remember. I could guess where they're at. I probably have 3 of them, and they're probably spaced out based on those 3 are probably covering my entire empire. Okay. Oh, it says I only have 1. That could be, the other ones might still be being built. It's the one we just looked at, of course, duh. So if we go down here, so that one in London can be supplying Plymouth, and here I'm building a factory in Birmingham, which is technically it's within 6 axes of London, but it's not within 6 axes of where the factory is. The factory is up here north of London. So you really count from the factory to the city center. So that's more than 6 axes away. So this one in Birmingham is right here. Let's see. Mouse over. Industrial zone. The pop-up is being covered by the other pop-up. Birmingham. Okay. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It includes Portsmouth. The factory's not built, so we can't verify. You should always verify when you can. It's Newcastle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Frankfurt. Almost as if it was planned that way. And then I'm probably building a factory down here. Bradford is building a factory because it will cover mines. So you can see these industries are starting to show up. And then for right now, where I'm building factories, I will also build coal power plants. And eventually you have coal power plants, oil power plants, and uranium power plants. You can only build, at this level of technology, I can only build coal. But the other power plants generate more power per point you spent. So, let's go over here and improve that tile. And we're just going to hang out. Ship. I'm going to keep it awake so that it reminds me every time I go to it that I need to build that canal. Oh, we got sidetracked talking about factories. That's because I didn't know if I should build a factory here or not. I might later, but it's not going to do me any good unless there's other things that will do me more good, put it that way. And I think one of them, I was already marked here, is this commercial hub. It's probably a good thing to build. I could also do a campus. I don't see a good place to build a campus. Or theater square. Let's do the commercial hub. Let's see, what is, now, it's going to take me 8 turns to get that commercial hub. If I did nothing else with my money, I could probably buy a market in the bank and get that one boost. I think I can get this boost for economics. The thing is, if there's something that you can get a boost for, but it's going to take you a while, the question is, do you have other things that you can do? Because it's not going to let, the game's not going to let you stop producing. You wouldn't want to anyway. And yeah, I do. I can go, when I'm done with I can go get refining, which will show me where oil is. That'll be really important to know. That's probably what I should do next. I can go, after I get, steam power, I can go to electricity and convert all my dams into hydroelectric dams, which add 6 power from renewable water sources, so I'm not polluting the environment as badly with all my coal plants. Okay. We're just, I guess, just going to sail around here and do shit. Miko has reached, wait, we're going to Johannesburg. Yeah, why did you stop? Oh, maybe because I just clicked the wrong hex as a destination. Okay, we're going to here. Next turn. Hippolyta has fewer than 10 turns left. Okay, there, 11 turns left. Yeah, I think it's funny that the settlers just saying it out. Well, that night, what are they doing over there? They've been there a long time. Yeah. This is why I might be able to settle that one city, is because it might take him 50 turns to get tired of waiting for me there. I guess we're just kind of sailing around. I don't know why. I guess what I should actually do is go over to that. Okay, so here, Himiko's reached Johannesburg. So let's just take a quick look-see at Johannesburg. I already got, one thing you can do is you can click on that and go down to influence by, and you can see who else has put envoys in that city-state. So Jadwiga's put in 3. I've got 2. I only need one envoy. We'll make it neutral instead of, right now, Jadwiga is the suzerain of Johannesburg. If I put in 2 envoys, then I'll have more envoys than her, so then I'll be suzerain, but not by much of a manners. I want to probably put in 3, maybe 4. So, but I can only place 1 at a time, so I will start by placing 1. There we go. Okay, so Himiko is starting to do her thing in Johannesburg. I love Himiko. I have a gamer video game crush on her. My wife just walked in. I said that for her benefit. Hi, honey. Okay, that apostle finally reached that holy site, so it's going to heal up. And Okay, Brazil sent envoy to Armagh. Armagh has declared war on Germany. Oh, because they're at war. Yeah, sure. And Allied report. Oh, okay, I got steam power. Great. Canada has a line infantry that earned a promotion. How? Must be fighting barbarians. Okay. Okay, so wait. I'm going to pop that up again. Steam power is one of those really good ones. It lets you build the Panama Canal wonder. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. That's good. Oh, 10 gold per turn. I don't know if let's see. Must be built on flat land tile where there are two adjacent tiles directly across the build tile from one another that meet the following criteria. One adjacent tile must be able to legally hold a canal district connecting into the Panama Canal construction tile. The other must be either a city water tile or another tile that can hold a canal. Okay, so it's got to be more. It's a canal, but it's got to be at least 2 long. And then now we can build a canal, and we can build an ironclad, and we can build a railroads. Okay, we're gonna make some people busy. And then what do I want to go for next? Oil power plants and hydroelectric dams and seaports, and these are all amazing. Converting to oil power is really good, but only once you have oil. I'm going to get oil as soon as possible so they can see where all the oil is. If there's no oil in the territory that I control, that will influence, that will weigh on me, and I might have to go to war to get oil. Okay, I'm going to take a short little break and take a bio break, say hi to my wife, and I will be back in just a few minutes. So, the Be Right Back video. Okay, don't go away. Okay, we are back. Thank you for stopping by, Denise. You're probably gone already, but uh, the sound effect hurts your ears. Oh, Shark. Is the music too loud? Or is it... I wonder if it sounds from the game. I might be able to do something about that. Let's see, options. Audio. Yeah, there we go. If you're still on Shark, that might have fixed the problem. Let me know. All right. Oh, my settler's done. Okay. Well, let's just program it to come here. Now, where do I want to settle? Probably kind of in the middle. Yeah, I don't want to settle on the woods or the horses. Or, yeah, I want to settle here. Even though it's eventually going to be subject to flooding. But we will hopefully have floodgates built in time to deal with that. Okay, now production for London. Let's get back to what we were going to do. Let's finish out our government plaza. Let's see, one of these three buildings, you can only build one of them, so it's a question of which one. Bonuses to diplomatic favor and leveraging city-states cost half. Since I'm going to have every city-state, that is potentially good. Intelligence agency is more spies. I've mentioned this before. I've never really figured out how to do spies well. Or buy land units with faith. Oh, that's also can be very useful for like emergency situations where you need a couple of units really quick. Yeah, that's actually a really good way to like, oh shit, I'm being attacked in some area where I wasn't planning on, I didn't have anybody defending it, and you can pop up a couple of good a good units. Okay, that is helping my holy site. In 2 turns I'll have another citizen here, so I'll be working both of these tiles, and that will help the holy site even faster. Okay, Norwich is on its way to becoming a decent city pretty quickly, and Leeds, oh yeah, we've got good industrial zone opportunities coming up here. Oh my god, a +10 industrial zone here. Wow. I'll give that one to Leeds, and this one will be a +5, which is pretty good. Give that one to Norwich. Oh wow. Okay, so these 2 little towns we build out on that island are going to be actually pretty good producers. Okay. The Apostle Mines, it's awake just so that I'm looking at the territory, making sure there's no rogue apostles running around. Okay, don't see anybody. Waiting for the builder, which I think now can come over. It's done repairing all those tiles, so this builder's going to come over and build a canal just in time. We just got the technology to build canals. Good timing. Hamiko is going to drop off another envoy here. You can see how many charges. She's got 6 charges left. She starts with 8. So that's 8 envoys that she'll be able to place. But she only... oh, it was the AFK video. Okay. Well, I'm back, so... Was it the volume or the music itself? Because I could also turn on... If I do it again, I could turn down the volume of that particular music. Let's see, the factory workers clamor. Oh, so I've got the boost for class struggle, urbanization. Okay, I'll be able to build neighborhoods, which is really good. Neighborhoods just really jump your housing way up. So neighborhoods are crucial for building big cities, and gold and resource discounts. Okay, a really high point. Okay. Do you think lowering the volume of it would help, Shark? I think that's easy to do. Okay, so this will let me change policies. Before I do that, urbanization. Okay. I have to pick a new civic. I have boosts for almost everything. The boost for field cannons will be really easy to pick up because that's just upgrades for my crossbows. It'll take a little bit of money. Let's see. I'm wondering if there's anything here I'm really trying to get soon. Astronomy will improve the production of fishing boats. Archaeology. This will give me archaeologists and a whole bunch of and zoos. Let's see. I'm going to see what my city happiness looks like. All my cities are content, which is good, and I have excess amenities. That's really good. So I'm not in a, this will be important, but I'm not in a particular hurry to get it. The opera and ballet stuff, I'm not doing culture, so it's not really very important at all. And nothing out here is striking me as super important. Ideology is really good. There's some good policies that come with that. Okay, I think I'm just going to go to colonialism and get the bonuses on fishing boats next. And for policies, okay, so this is where I've accumulated over 2,000 gold. This is where I want to get the bonus force modernization plus 50% or 50% gold and resource discount on all unit upgrades. So I've been waiting for this to do. What I'd like to do is just go through one cycle of using these, get all my upgrades, and then go back to unit maintenance, which is saving me 23 gold a turn. That's like 23 gold plus. I could also look down here and put it in the wildcard slot, but rational is giving me some science, only 9 points, but I get as much science as I can where I can get it. These industrial zone bonuses are huge, so I think I would rather lose the 23 gold per turn than lose either one of those two. So we are going to do force modernization instead of conscription. And while I'm at it, let's look at my other ones. Natural philosophy and the economic policies is giving me 17 science, and that's just going to go up as I build more campuses that have good adjacency bonuses. It's doubling those adjacency bonuses. Here is the holy site. Well, the reason that holy site is so good for production is because of three things. One is work ethic, which means that all my holy site adjacency bonuses apply to production. So you don't see this here, but the holy site adjacency bonuses, doubling those is doubling the faith in my holy sites just from the holy site itself. It's giving me 16 bonus faith, but it's also giving me 16 bonus production. And again, as I build more holy sites, I have good adjacency bonuses. This just gets better and better. So, and the extra science is just really good. For domination victory especially, science is really important because it gives you better technology and better military units is what it comes down to. There are some other really good policies in this tree, like public works, so that your workers, your builders get 2 extra builds. Trade Confederation would give me +7 science and +7 culture. Triangular trade would give me +28 gold and +7 faith, but not +7 production. I think I'm going to keep the ones I've got. And let's look at diplomatic. Charismatic leader plus 2 influence points. That's just a good meat and potatoes policy that comes very early. Your just influence points are when you get your accumulation of envoys. And you can always look at this right here to see, no, where is it? Envoys available. Yeah, I'm getting 9 influence points per turn. So 2 out of 9 isn't that much. This is a good candidate for swapping out at some point. But especially once I get all the city states are mine and I got extra envoys to spare, I can cut back on this. But I'm starting to get envoy influence points from other sources, so that's becoming increasingly less important. In fact, maybe now is the time to swap it, like +1 gold from each of your envoys, as my number of envoys is going to start continuing to skyrocket. I think I'm going to wait another cycle or two before I swap that out. Colonial offices plus 15% faster growth and 3 loyalty per turn for cities not on the original continent. So that's giving me extra food, which is always good. I'm not sure I need the loyalty in these situations, in the current situation. I don't have a loyalty problem. Sometimes you're just desperate for it, and you put in that for the loyalty bonuses, and you put in Praetorium for extra loyalty bonuses. I don't think I need that. I am going to go for the gold. A good rule of thumb, by the way, in evaluating the production bonuses versus gold, one rule of thumb is that each point of production is worth 2 gold. So if you think of that compared to this, this 4 production is equivalent to like 8 gold. Maybe more. That might be conservative. Okay, and craftsmanship is doubling the industrial bonuses for adjacency bonuses. I've got a lot of factories out, a lot of industrial zones out there. That's giving me 38 production per turn. And again, I'm just going to take science where I can get it, and there we go. Okay, I'm really happy with my policies. Really good options. Okay, Birmingham could be enhanced by power, but only has 2 power. Okay, so there's nothing I can do about that right now. I'm working on, I just finished the factory, I think, in Birmingham. So now I'm going to build a coal plant, and when the coal plant gets done, and it's only going to take 4 turns, that'll solve that particular power problem. And then Bradford, it just finished its factory too, so same thing. Let's pop down a coal plant here. It's going to take 8 turns there. That's because it's not as big a producer as Birmingham is. And same thing in Bradford. Both of these, it's because the factories I just built. And I can sell Wales to Pedro for 8 gold per turn for 30 turns. That's a good price. I think anything north of 7 or higher is decent. 7 to 10 is kind of the range. Pretty rare that an AI will pay you more than 10. Under 7. But at the same time, if you have extra ones to build, build them. Okay, so Plymouth has finished the buildings for. Oh no, we have one more building, the Chancery. +3 influence per turn. See, I am getting a lot of influence. Yeah, the diplomatic quarter and its buildings help a lot with influence points. And influence points, again, accumulating those, that's what gives you envoys, which lets you take control of city-states. Okay, Hamiko has dropped off 2. Let's do one more at least. Is Johannesburg I think I'm suzerain now. By a margin of 2. Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, with Hamiko, it's amazing. I will be suzerain of every city-state before long. that has some compounding effects. One is that if for any given city state, if I'm suzerain of it, it means another civ isn't suzerain. So I'm getting the benefit and they're losing the benefit. So that's a compound benefit. And then there are also policies that will that give you bonuses based on how many envoys you have and how many city states you have. So it's a pretty nice racket. One of the tensions on religion in terms of how you spend your faith is spending apostles to go out and convert places, but also saving them up for bringing heroes back. So let's see. Oh, this is my super debater. This one has, this particular apostle has one of the most important. Whenever you build an apostle, you get one promotion. It has a long list of promotions that are available, and you're always waiting for theological combat. A debater is the name of the promotion. It gives you a plus 20 religious strength in theological combat, which is huge. I think he's just gonna get on a road. Oh, I just thought of something I need to do. Remember, we just got railroads with steam power. Now what I need to do is something that's going to cost me coal, but not a coal per turn situation, just a one per railroad. It'll cost me a coal and iron, which doesn't matter a bit because iron is now so plentiful that we can just do lots of railroads as long as we have enough coal. The railroads don't give you a production bonus from connecting cities like in Civ 5, but they help you move your units around faster, which is just really nice. And so if there's a problem somewhere, you can respond more quickly. So we are going to start building railroads with all these military engineers. And we'll start there where they are and then go. This guy's going to just fall asleep. Yep, the builder's on the way. We're going to build a canal. We'll also get some air points for that too, by the way. I don't see any hostile religious units, so we're just going to hang out. And this Caravel Armada is going to come back and protect that settler. I don't think there's anything I need to protect it from, really. It's just good. It's a good practice to protect your settlers when they go, sailing off by themselves. Welcome back, Coma. I also stepped away, so I'm not sure much has happened other than we got steam power, and so. Let's see. Pachacuti is built Angkor Wat. Okay, fine. That wasn't one of the ones I was building. I know I'm building two wonders up here. Yep, they're both on track. Okay, good. By the way, I built St. Basil's here a while back. It's an excellent wonder for a city in the tundra. It gives +1 food, +1 production, +1 culture to every tile in that city's tundra. So, okay, we need to do upgrades. We don't need to upgrade everybody, but we are going to need enough. Let's see. I'm thinking about what I want to upgrade. I don't think I can upgrade these yet. Frigates, no, they're going to upgrade to battleships eventually. But one thing I'm going to need for sure is 2 field cannons. So let's go down here and take the ones on the front lines and upgrade them. And see, now the price has dropped to 230 gold. It was 460. And we're going to upgrade our muskets to redcoats. Redcoat is an improvement on line infantry, and it's a British unique unit. So you get, if you're playing a Civ and it has unique units, always build one of them because you'll get bonuses on arrow score for it. And I know I have a musket over here, so let's upgrade it. I've got to go into friendly territory to do that. And bam, this is going to give me a boost to something, I forget what. Boost for replaceable parts. Okay. And Armagh has been defeated. So this is the sad part of city-states, is that sometimes another civ will just go attack a city-state and take it out. And then that's one less city-state that's giving you bonuses. Where is Armagh? Armagh, it's not showing up in the search. Did it get renamed? Or they might have destroyed it. Yeah, a lot of my cities need more housing. So as the production queues come up on those cities, I will try to remember to start building sewers. And I can build another trade route. I must have finished that lighthouse in the, or something. I finished something. Okay, so another trade route is something we should add to a queue somewhere. London, I think, is my highest producer. So sometimes I give it to, just queue it up. Yeah, it's production is 93. You know, it's like that old ad. Yeah, it's only going to take it 2 turns to build. I'm going to put that in front of the Grandmaster's Chapel. There's an old management adage: you have something really important you need to do, give it to your busiest employee, because they just don't have time to screw around with it. It's kind of like that. Oh, we need another another trader. Who's our busiest city? Let's let them build it. And scorched earth. Okay, please wait, it says. All right, we're waiting. Yeah, steam power is really nice tech. You get canals, you get ironclads. Oh, we need to build an ironclad, by the way. Do I have a... I was building a Royal Navy dockyard, but I think it got built before I got the ironclad technology, so I didn't get a free ironclad. But I think I can upgrade. In fact, this, not the frigate, it's got to be caravels. I think caravels can upgrade to ironclads. So instead of building one, all I have to do is just upgrade one. And I know where there's a couple. There's one right there. Okay, well, when is my turn? Let's see, please wait. What are we waiting for? Pass. Oh, it was waiting for me. Okay, so Frankfurt completed a lighthouse. Yeah, that's what gave me the production bonus. And probably just want to go ahead and build the shipyard. Let's see, is it one of the ones that has housing problems? It's got plenty of housing. Okay, let's build the shipyard. We now have neighborhoods to think about. And like I said, we're going to build 4 cities are going to be the lucky recipients of sewers. At least 4 cities. It's one of those things where you kind of think, I think every city should have sewers. Like, maybe I should just go ahead and give sewers to everybody. Okay, let's give Mines sewers. Mines has a serious housing problem. It's 14. It's got 14 population and housing for 14. So it'll actually need to build a neighborhood after that. Okay, apostles. No, I don't see anything for the apostles to worry about. Okay, here, can we build a canal? It's not letting me build a canal here. Uh-oh. Is that something a military engineer has to do? I thought the builder was going to be able to build a canal. Maybe it has to be a military engineer. They can build forts, roads, remove features. Okay, did I get confused? Maybe I don't have canal technology. In fact, right here. Canal. It's a district. Okay, so I think I have to build it in the more traditional way. Build a district. Okay, let's... Oh, there it is. 21 turns for a canal. Oh my god. Let's see. Maybe we give this tile to Newcastle upon Tyne. Let's see. Frankfurt has a production of 35. What's Newcastle's production? 32. It's even worse. Okay. Well, so, sorry, guys. I mean, the only reason it matters is that this one privateer, this one sea dog is stuck inside this lake until I build that canal. Let's see. Did I read that right? Newcastle's 32 and Frankfurt is 35. It's almost the same. Frankfurt's building a seaport. Shipyard's going to take 13 turns. Newcastle is building a seaport that will take one turn, and then they're going to get a bunch of production bonuses, or well, some production bonuses, maybe not a lot. I think I'm going to give this to Newcastle. First of all, let's see if it has who owns the tile. Frankfurt owns the tile, so we're going to take it from Frankfurt. And then before we forget, we're just going to go ahead and queue up canal. Yep, it's letting me build a canal there. Okay, there we go. So it'll start that as soon as it's done with the shipyard. I don't know if it's the best use of production and infrastructure development, but it's too fun. I mean, we wouldn't want a canal somewhere. I mean, come on, guys. Okay, so this builder is done. Where do I have something that just needs to get built? Do I have the technology to build lumber mills in jungles yet? Well, let's just go over there and find out. Okay, so let's take our military engineers and continue building. Let's go through here. Build a railroad there, and you do need to go into the city and build the railroad in the city spot. That's a difference from Civ 5. Civ 5 automatically would have you wouldn't need to do that. And then these two, this one's going to come down here and start building the railroad down towards Frankfurt. And this one, come down here, build railroads. Oh, I connected two cities. So even though connecting two cities by a rail line doesn't give you any production bonuses, it does give you an era score the first time you do it. So that's nice. What is my era score? I've been getting lots of era scores. I'm at 155. So I'm guaranteed to be, I need 152 to be in a normal age in the next era. If I get to 167, I'll be in heroic era. I got 39 turns, so we're definitely going to have a heroic age next turn. Next era. I would be happy to predict that. Because we got two wonders are big sources of era score bonuses, and both of these wonders are going to happen if nobody else builds them in 11 turns. By the way, can I build a mountain tunnel yet? I think mountain tunnel comes with chemistry, which is still down the road here. Is it? Or do I have chemistry already? You would think, as obsessed as I am with this game, that I would have all these memorized. I'm working on it. Maybe it's a civic. Oh, there's chemistry. Yeah, mountain tunnels come from chemistry. So we will be able to... We've always had this hassle of being able to move from Frankfurt to Newcastle upon Tyne because there's mountains in the way. That's a great place for a tunnel. And like the canal, you want to build one because you get an era score bonus. And again, we wouldn't want to have a mountain tunnel somewhere in their civilization. Okay, what? I think because it's close by, I might want Rapa Nui as my next city-state. But let's take a look. Rapa Nui, You can build Maui improvements. Oh, I'm already suzerain of Rapa Nui. I am suzerain of 5 city-states, and we just lost one. That means there's only 2 left. Himiko may not have to come back too many times. Although Himiko also gives some sort of bonus in combat, surprisingly enough. She can't fight herself, but she has +5 combat strength to all units within 2 tiles. I mean, she's a great person to have just hanging around the your armies. Okay, Mogadishu. Okay, what are the 2 that are not mine? Singapore and Mogadishu. I think, well, Mogadishu bonus is your trader units are immune to being plundered. That's really good. But also, I think it's really good for keeping control of this waterway here. And it's not too far away. So let's take Himiko to... Well, let's see how many envoys it's going to take to get it. Influenced by 6 civilizations. Everybody wants this. I only have 1 envoy there now. I need 6 envoys to tie, 7 envoys to take it with a 1-point margin. Wow, that's I don't actually have enough charges left on Himiko to take Mogadishu, but those envoys will stick around until next time. The other one is Singapore. Singapore, I could take it now. And what's its city-state benefit? +2 production for each foreign civilization. They have cities receive production bonuses based on trade routes. And we have a lot of trade routes. We're going to have 8 trade routes soon. And do they have to go to city-states? They have to go to foreign civs. Okay, I'd rather go for the city-state that we can actually get and start getting the benefits sooner. And then next time Himiko comes around, we'll get Mogadishu. So let's plot her out to here. It would take 9 turns. If I come around the other way, it's the same. Okay, here's 9 turns. I'm gonna go to here actually. All right. Now, where is that settler that's coming this way? Or is it going a different way? It's got to be coming this way. The settler... Oh, it's coming down this way. What's its path? It's eventually going to have to get in the water. It's going to get in the water right here. Okay, so that is where I'm going to take my ship. In fact, I think, do I have a water tile there? Yeah, I'm going to go here. It's going to get there before the settler gets in the water, and then I'm going to upgrade it to ironclad. Yep. Oh, Hippolyta's back. Love her, but I'm not at war, so she's not that useful right now. That's a hero that when her life expires, I will just let her stay dead until I'm at war, and then I will bring her back. Okay, we lost our suzerainty of Zanzibar. Okay, we're gonna have to wait till we have to do this vote first. Wilfred was ravaged by a natural disaster. We should help them. Yes, we should, because that is an opportunity for another diplomatic victory point. In fact, highest score gets 2 diplomatic victory points. I hope I don't accidentally win a diplomatic victory. That'd be funny. Okay, I might want to put more points into this. Do I need to? Most people are going to vote in favor of it anyway, so I've got 288 diplomatic favor. Everybody else has that or less. Pedro, Brazil has 279, 217. I don't think I want to waste too much on this one. Canada will undoubtedly vote for it because the same thing. They're going to see a chance to get some some points. Okay, I'm going to put three votes on that. That'll cost me 42 diplomatic favor. And we'll submit that. I'm pretty sure this will go through. I don't know if anybody's going to waste diplomatic favor trying to fight it. Okay, and we have a flood somewhere. It's always hard for me to tell where that is. I could tell it was in Germany, but I don't know. Okay, so it passed 9 votes to 2. See, who voted against it? Pachacudi. If somebody is really worried about somebody else winning diplomatic favor, they might vote against something like that. But we've got Pedro voted 6. I thought Canada would vote. No, Canada's content to just let it ride out. Okay, we've got colonialism. I'm gonna look and see if any of these are. Ooh, plus 10%. So plus 2. So. Oh, this was nice. Raj is a great policy. It gives plus 2 science and plus 2 culture for every city state. So this is and gold and faith. So this is plus 8 gold, plus 8 science, plus 8 culture, plus 8 faith. That all adds up to 32 bonuses. Not all these are equal, but certainly that is pretty darn good. It's certainly better than rationalism. So let's. Oh wait, it's or. I think it's time to swap out charismatic leader, even though I'm getting some pushback on these envoys and city states. I'm eventually going to win the city-state battle. And so, okay, so Wilfred, why do I have -4? Okay, so here is the ongoing competition. We now have a competition to see who can help out Canada the most. Oh, that's why Canada didn't vote for it. They're an interested party. So we score points by sending gold or completing the send aid party. Generating CO2 will reduce your score. Oh, I am generating CO2 because I have coal plants. We'll have to see how this plays out. If I'm going to lose 4 points every turn, then that's a losing battle. Yeah, I might not be so excited about that. Poland has declared war on the Inca. Okay, interesting. They're not anywhere near each other, so I'm not sure what she's going to do about. And that means all the city-states lined up and supported whoever. Okay, let's go look at Zanzibar and see if we can get it back in the fold. I only have, I'm up to 6 envoys. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so let's do, actually let's look and see how many I'm up against. Ludwig has 7. So I think I want to get a margin of 2. So I want to get to 9, I think. So 6 and 3 would be 9. So I'm going to put 3 envoys, or go to 9, like I said. And there we go. Takes care of that. These are all these declaration of war notices. And the river. Where was the river that flooded? Oh, just south of Munich. Okay. And Yadwig has declared war on Pachacudi. And Pedro has declared war on Pachacudi. Okay. So Pedro is the one who can actually fight. Here's the borders. Oh, it's because Pachacudi took Armagh. Well, if Armagh might be back in the game soon, if we had any envoys there, I don't remember if we did or not. They'll still be there. So we'll see. What is the relative military strength? Brazil has military strength of 295, and Pachacudi is 43. So AIs are really bad at attacking. I mean, they're just not good at it in the game, which is kind of sad. Civ 5, they're much better at it. Like, um, so, but if, you know, if Brazil definitely has a strength, if they decide they really want to get Armagh, they might get it. Birmingham needs more amenities. Oh, I'm short of amenities in a city. That's not good. Let me look at the city thing. Well, this says it has. Was that amenities or housing? Housing, I understand. Needs more amenities to keep productive. I just don't understand that. I think that's an. Sometimes there's like a temporary calculation that causes a flag like that, but I've got enough amenities here. Zanzibar has made peace with the. Yeah, okay. So are they. They're still at war. Okay, I'm gonna go for. I guess natural history will be kind of nice, I guess, especially if we have amenities problems. I'm just looking to see if there's something here I want to prioritize. I guess I should know the civics tree well enough. I should be like, oh man, I really got to get to this. Yeah, well, that thing is ideology. Ideology has some really great policies. And so to get to ideology, I need these two. So I should be prioritizing those. But I also need to think about getting boosts here. Getting 3 core, that should be easy to do. Research radio. So back on this tab, I gotta be radios here. I don't have the boost for it. I'm probably not going to be able to build a national park. My wife loves to build a national park, so she'll spend 50 turns strategizing how to build a national park. She's within hearing distance, so that was for her. It's kind of tricky to build a national park. And the problem is also my cities are kind of close together. I don't... Oh, I could... Maybe on one of these new places I just built. It takes 4 tiles. They have to be in a perfect... a vertically aligned diamond. So, like, you know, this do 4 tiles like that. They also have to have... They all have to have a certain appeal level. And they can't be... None of those tiles can be developed. And they all have to be inside of a city. So, it's a major commitment to build a national park somewhere in that you're sacrificing. But let's look at the appeal, because I can't... There's an appeal lens. Yeah, none of this snow and tundra is appealing. And that's where you'd like to put a national park, because that snow and tundra isn't really good for much else. Oh, here we go. I didn't really have the lens correctly turned on. Yeah. Let's look at the other island. Maybe here? Let's see, what's the level of appeal here? Appeal here is charming. That's only 2. Breathtaking is 4. Yeah, I think they all have to be breathtaking or better. Yeah, there's no... It would take a lot of work to figure out that. And a lot of stream time, which I'm just not sure I want to... Not sure you want me to spend that. Okay, so... Let's... I guess going... I will get the... I do want to build a neighborhood to get this boost. Okay, let's grab natural history. Natural history will let me build zoos on top of entertainment complexes. I haven't had to build any entertainment complexes yet, but I'm sure I will soon. There hasn't been a lot of religious activity, which is good. Okay, so I do have to build another core. So let's build at least one. Let's see. I guess I could just start building core until I don't need them anymore. Now there's a little trick you can do. Do I want to do this trick? Take me a little time to set up. When you're combining this to form a corps or an army, the resultant unit will have the number of promotions of the best promoted unit that you're putting into that corps or army. So what made me think of that is that both of these field cannons have 2 promotions each, and that's not a lot, but it's more than what these units up here have. And oh, what are you doing? Canada has a settler coming up into my territory here. 1, 2, 3. So one thing I want to do with my land is make sure I've bought out to all the tiles I'm interested in. 1, 2, 3. I could buy this tile. They're probably going to go settle right where this guy is. I guess I don't care about giving up this tile because it's pretty worthless. But over here I have St. Basil's. And St. Basil's' wonder makes all the tundra tiles usable. And also these tiles that are right next to this wonder are good. So, in fact, I've been meaning to buy out to them for a while. Okay, have I done all my upgrades though? I need to upgrade both of these guys to field cannons. And what made me look up here was thinking, well, can I take... So, Canada is generally about the most peaceful country there is. Canada actually can't declare a surprise war on you. They just can't. It's written in their civ, but also you can't declare a surprise war on them. So, as obnoxious as it would be for them to build a city right here in my back door, I'm not. It's not like I'm really that worried about them attacking me, but I don't want them to get these tiles. And I don't want to, so, okay, maybe I won't be able to do all the I'm going to regenerate food, gold pretty fast. I'm generating 422 gold a turn, so, okay, that'll pretty much guarantee they don't get any of the tundra tiles I want. And that might cause them to think, well, we don't really want to go over there and settle. I think their algorithm's probably looking at these tiles that were right next to this natural wonder and thinking, well, if the English aren't going to use those tiles, we'd like to use those tiles. Okay, just blew a bunch of money on that. And I don't... Let's see, this trebuchet can upgrade to a bombard. Oh, great. Okay, and this trebuchet can upgrade to a bombard. Not enough gold. Okay, that's fine. I can do that later. So I am proposing moving these guys up there, and they'll move and meet in the middle, and I'll figure out where I want to place them. One thing about forming these corps and armies, you end up with less units. The units are more powerful, but you have less of them, and so it can be tricky to have units in all the places that you'd like to have units. Oh, well, let's continue our railroad adventures. Here we go. We're going to come here, do a railroad here. I think I'm still generating way more coal than I can use. Yeah, I'm generating 15 per turn and only using 1. Okay, and then this one is going to come down here and build railroad here. These two are going to work building railroads to the north. Let's see. How many move points does it have? It's 1.5. Okay, 1.25. So I'll go here. It's got 0.5, so I can still build a railroad. And this is going to come here. I'm going to connect all my cities with railroads, and then I'm going to bring, when we're done with that, all the military engineers are going to come down here to my border, so when I start eventually expanding into Germany, the military engineers can come along behind and build railroads so that troops can get to the front faster. And I guess tourists and all that stuff like that, but you know, it's really the troops. Okay, this guy is going to go back here and continue protecting this valuable snow hex from being settled on by the Brazilians. Okay, does this guy have an upgrade? Courser upgrades to cavalry. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Oh, we're out of money. Okay, so let's wait on that. Yeah, I'm going to keep upgrading, except to defend that valuable tundra land from the Canadians. I'm going to try and conserve my money for upgrades until everybody's upgraded. It's a never been ending battle though, because of course, as soon as you get to the next technology, you're wanting to upgrade. So I kind of do upgrades in steps, you know. Brazil's formed an alliance with Poland. Okay. Germany has got Michelangelo. Great. Okay. Birmingham wants housing. I bet they do. We'll wait for something else to be done. Okay, so Portsmouth. I'm kind of in mode whenever a city comes up for new production. I want to glance real quickly and see what its housing situation is. And make sure I build sewers where needed. And somebody needs a neighborhood. Mainz, I know, is going to have a problem. In fact, I'm going to queue that up right now. Mainz has this. Mainz is such a great producer. It's a fabulous. It's doing really, really well as a city, but it has limited tiles. It's got a lot of mountains, which are tiles that could be used for something else. So this tile right here seems the most expendable because it can't get rid of those farms. It doesn't have that great triangle of power, triangle of agricultural power that you look for, or diamonds, where the farms are all helping each other. Although eventually we will have the technology that doesn't matter. Okay. I think that Mainz is going to queue up a neighborhood. I mean, it's going to hurt its food even more. It sucks. Yeah, this is just a problem with this city. It's not going to get as big as I would like it to because it has food problems. Although, with a neighborhood comes, there's a building you put in a neighborhood that makes it a food generator. So, you eventually kind of get the food generation back in a way. Oh, this is not. I need something of breathtaking appeal. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What is breathtaking appeal? We gotta look at that first of all. Let's look up neighborhood. Because to get that one boost, I need a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal. Breathtaking is +6. That's hard to get. We're not gonna get it in Mainz unless we like sacrifice 2 of these and build a preserve or build the Eiffel Tower or something. Okay, let's go on a little mission to find out where there are breathtaking appeal options even. Oh, here we go. Bradford could build one right there. Bradford doesn't need the housing, but it could do. It will eventually. It's got 9 out of 13. Sunderland. Oh, it could do it too, but it's a slow producer. It's gonna take forever. Could do it right out there. It also, I mean, it's going to need it eventually. Its production's 30. That's not that bad. And it doesn't even have its industrial zone done. I think, wait, can I build another? Let's see. Can I build a neighborhood? Yeah. Okay, industrial zone's done. Pop down neighborhood here. Okay, that's going to give me my breathtaking neighborhood for the benefit of, oh yeah, it's right by a coral reef and water and city. Okay, so it's got the neighborhood queued up. I didn't see how long it's going to take, but at least we have that in the works now. Okay, back to Portsmouth. Doesn't need housing or... Well, you could do the Panama Canal, I think, if we wanted to. I don't really think it's worth sacrificing great farmland for. But Portsmouth has a lot. Yeah. No, we're not going to do it. Okay, so let's just finish out the commercial hub. Oh, it needs to build ancient walls and granaries, all sorts of stuff. But let's do the market first. Market, then banks. Oh, that's right. We are looking at the opportunity, possibly, of getting 2 banks. Where's the other commercial hub? Quickest way to find it is probably this way. Commercial hubs in Mines and Portsmouth. Mines, of course. Okay, so let's look at Mines. And did we build a bank yet? Oh, here we go, right here. Yes, we did. So, well, if we get, let's see, we need the 2 banks. Oh, we got a lot of stuff we can build before we need the 2 banks. Yeah, in fact, some stuff that we really want to build. I mean, getting the banks, getting economics is really good too for other options, corporations, and Big Ben is pretty good, a really good wonder to get. Mainly because it gives you another economic policy slot. Okay, so we have some more money. Let's build this trebuchet into a bombard. And we could form a corps out of these 2 guys too. Let's have this guy. This bombard is going to come over to here. And they're going to meet up eventually. And these field cannons are going to start working their way north, and these field cannons are going to start working their way south. Oh, they built... Okay, so they built their city, Guelph, right here. Why? Well, it's another city. I think it's not going to be the best city. They could expand out to a couple of these water tiles. I don't care, as long as I still have access to the ocean here. They can take these this hooded woods. These are, for Canada, these are really good hexes. I mean, Canada and the tundra is just amazing. If you watched my stream about a year ago, I played Canada, Diplomatic Victory in level 6, and just went crazy with the tundra. It was so nice. Ice hockey rinks popping up everywhere. Yeah. Oh, hey. Hippolyta, it's got 5 turns left. She can, let's see. So this is what Hippolyta can do. She can give somebody an extra turn. So let's give this guy an extra turn. Now he can come over here and form a core with this guy. Boom. There's one of my cores. I don't know if I already have one somewhere, so I probably need 2 more. Again, depends on whether the fleet counts. And she still has her movement, so she can go up here and get ready to help these field cannons get closer to the other field cannons sooner. Okay, we've got Did we build a railroad here? Yes. Okay, build a railroad there. This one, come down here and build a railroad. Okay. This builder, oh yeah, in case you missed it, yes, we do have the technology to build lumber mills and jungles. That's what happened right there. I got 2 builds left. Let's go down here and improve that tile. We do need more builders. And up here, we're going to build this railroad in such a way that it will efficiently connect to Newcastle upon Tyne and Plymouth. And let's go ahead and get the spur to Plymouth or Newcastle upon Tyne first, since that will just be a spur effectively. Oh, we have another trader. Okay, so when I tend to go for money with traders. Ooh, 21 from Zanzibar. That's probably where I'm going to end up. If you go here to the trade route overview, click on available routes, and then sort by gold, you can find out instantly where the best trade routes are that are available. And sure enough, London to Zanzibar. Right, go to Leeds and get 1 more gold. Hey, 1 more gold per turn. There's 1 more gold per turn. Where is Leeds? Okay, I'd like to know where it is, because there's also that short route to Zanzibar has the advantage of being very safe because it's close. This leads down here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the bird in hand here. Zanzibar. Woohoo! 21 gold a turn. And that gets us up to 8 traders. That was our first core. It just told me your first core got an error score from the first core. Okay, so this guy needs upgrading. An ironclad, 435. Okay, that'll happen next turn. You can skip this turn, or the rest of this turn. Yeah, spy. Renew the mission, sure. Oh, that Brazilian settler is still waiting. What are those knights doing over in that geothermal fissure? I think they're taking baths. Oh well, that's probably good. Okay, Wilfred wants to sell me tobacco. I would love to buy you some tobacco from you, Wilfred. For 27 gold. Not 27 gold per turn, just 27 gold. It's almost feels broken how cheap the you can get lecture resources if they're willing, if they've gone out and sourced them. Okay, my production in Birmingham is up over 100. That's a nice little milestone. Okay, so Birmingham is out of does it have a place that can build a neighborhood? I mean, it needs a neighborhood just from the practical experience of needing a neighborhood. Wow, I could do a +5 neighborhood over here, and I give up the opportunity to build that campus there. But oh, look at Pachacuti's pulling ahead. Whew. Probably should build that. Probably should build that campus instead. I mean, it's already at 100 plus production. I mean, how much production do we need, huh? We need all the production. Is this? Let me. Sometimes you have to, when you're doing an analysis like this, it's good to make sure you're looking at possibility. Like this is in a different city. I'm going to take this tile and then try again to see where the good neighborhood spots are, because maybe that's a good one. There's a lot of water. It is +5. Okay, I don't know the neighborhood is better than a campus, but I think it's better than for Birmingham. I think it's better than a theater square. So we're gonna build a neighborhood here, and what's the little thing? Can't be placed. Oh yeah, it's telling me the theater square can't no longer be there. Yeah, okay, got it, understood. So that's not going to qualify for the breathtaking neighborhood we need, but it's going to be a +5 neighborhood. That's going to add 5 housing. That's the way that works. So neighborhoods are really great. They're not super expensive to build. They take up a tile though. Okay, the military engineer. We're gonna go take this one down to mines, build into the city. I'm gonna press on to Bradford and Hippolyta. I'm anxious to get these cores formed. Although I don't see now. See how much faster they can go. Hit this, went all the way to there. That's pretty good. See, that's the effects of the railroads. Let's, in fact, before we move any more troops around, let's finish our railroad producing. Although this is going in the wrong direction, so it didn't really matter as far as timing goes. All right. So then, where's my other? Here. And before I forget, I do want to take some of this valuable money and upgrade my caravel fleet. Oh, and there is my ironclad. Yes, that was a goal to get that gives me the boost for steel. Very important. I guess all the boosts are important because you eventually want to get all the techs and all the civics, but the tech, it's a boost for a very important tech. How's that? Hippolyta is, I think I'll just have her give this military engineer another turn. So it's military engineer, just to speed up the railroad situation. And then I think she might as well she's only got 4 turns left. She might as well just hang out down here and help the military engineers finish faster. Okay, and that's the Bombard Corps. Okay, great. I think the Bombard Corps is going to park itself in mines. Oh, Hippolyta's there. Well, Hippolyta can move. She's still got movement. Okay, Bombard Corps is going to sit in mines. Let's put it on sentry duty. And next turn. Oh, there goes Ludwig. He's off on a rant. Banality. That's not a denunciation. That's just the game letting you know that you're not satisfying one of his agendas, which is good because I don't want him. I'd really love for him to get so mad he attacks me, but I think it's too strong. Okay, Mogadishu has made peace with Pedro. Mogadishu. Oh, because they're fighting over who's suzerain. Nobody is suzerain in Mogadishu. Mogadishu is going to be. It's going to take a lot of envoys to get Mogadishu. Okay, I can sell a whole bunch of stuff to Wilfred. So all three of these for 23 a turn. 23 divided by 3 is 7. That's a little north of 7 a turn. I think I'd rather sell them. Rather help him than Yadwiga. So we'll say yes. Oh, looks like there's still something to sell here. And I could sell. Oh, I could sell coffee and silver. I'd rather sell to Pedro than Yadwiga. So there we go. Prices are comparable. I mean, I would sell to Yadwiga if her prices were way better, you know. But not if it's just a couple gold pieces. Okay, we finished the sewer and mines, and that gives its housing 16 out of 14. It's gonna jump up. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we decided. So we didn't do the neighborhood. We probably should go ahead and do the neighborhood. Mines is so good at a bunch of stuff, but its production isn't that good. So yeah, I'm not sure I want to give up this hex. Especially, oh, it should be developed. It should have a lumber mill. You know, I think I'm just going to hard build a settler. I mean, a builder. 8 turns. Man. Well, what else should it be building? It needs a neighborhood for more population. You know, an industrial zone would be nice, but where do I put it? But if I'm not building anything, what good is it? It's pretty much fully deploying its citizens. It could. It's a really good question what to do with mines. Where it doesn't have a lot of tiles. All the tiles are being used. Its food production isn't great. Although 16 food, I have it on priority for production. Since it's doing everything, I'm not sure if either of these are necessary. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess 16 food actually isn't that bad. I think I should build a neighborhood here. Losing production. This could be 4 production spot if I do a builder. Okay, I'm gonna do a builder. There's a couple other tiles I see that need stuff. So we're just gonna build a builder. I've got too much stuff to spend gold on, so I don't really feel like I can buy one. Okay, we finished the holy site in Norwich. And there's a problem. Okay, so I'm not getting the big production bonuses from from that because it's a religious belief, work ethic, and Norwich doesn't follow my religion. So we need to send I can't build an apostle here. I need to send apostle or missionary down there. Okay, time to crank one out. Like send one of these guys. Let's see, what its promotion? Convert all barbarians to your size. There aren't any barbarians around. This is the one with the debater. No, proselytizer. Religious spread eliminates 75% of existing pressure from other religions in target city. It only has one spread though left. And this one is the debater. This is one I want to keep here for sure. Okay, I'm gonna put that guy there. I'm gonna build another missionary, another apostle. Missionaries are cheaper, but they can't fight. You know, I'm wondering if I should build, if I'm going out to proselytize, whether I should build missionaries. Instead, I could get almost 3 missionaries for 1 apostle. And, but if I end up fighting any, let's do 2 apostles. That's 1. Let's do 1 more. Frankfurt. Apostle. Okay, it won't let me pick the promotions until next turn. We'll see what the promotions are, so which ones I want to send over there. Let's see. Oh, military engineers. Oh, I guess it is the next turn from the last time we did this. Okay, this was going to go here. I'm going to build. This was going to go to Bradford and build to Bradford. I've now connected them. So let's this military engineer is going to get an extra turn. Might as well build a railroad on this road that's going. Why do we want a railroad right up to the front lines? I wonder. We have so much more steel and coal production than what we're using that railroads are essentially free. So I will probably build, I think I'm going to keep these 2 military engineers down here and just build railroads all over the place down here. That way when I do get in a fight, I can really redeploy my units to wherever I want them. It seems kind of wasteful, but the railroad doesn't take anything away from a tile. There's really no downside except for carbon emissions, which since I'm not going for diplomatic victory, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, holy site. Well, meantime, let's build the other things that we want, like the aqueduct. Let's finish building that aqueduct. And we need, that was an oversight on my part. Definitely should have come down here, make sure these towns are towing the religious line. Did I build I didn't build a holy site in Sunderland. I guess there just wasn't a good spot. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go in and finish the railroad to Newcastle upon Tyne. And okay, I'm gonna come back. I have another idea. I might want to build a railroad connecting Newcastle upon Tyne with Plymouth that goes along this way. If I get attacked again by Jadwiga or anybody, it's good to have that mobility. I was wishing I had better mobility in this specific passage when I was fighting Poland there earlier. But first things first, let's get our railroad connecting these major cities. Especially that north-south connection, like in fact, which is what these guys would be wanting to use right now. And here's my ironclad, and it is indeed, there's my settler that's going to protect it. So you can go over there, you can link them, that create an escort formation, and they will move together most of the time. It's kind of wonky. Doesn't always work as well as you'd like it to. I never did start moving these other cannons down, did I? Okay. Oh, natural disaster. Oh, and it's in my land. It's a flood. Oh, I think I have a dam. So it doesn't matter. Oh, looks like we got electricity. Refining. Oh, we got refining. Oh, nice. Okay. We can build battleships. Where's my frigate? Yep, I'm glad I still have the upgrade thing happening. Where is my frigate? There's my frigate. What's this going to cost to upgrade? 695 gold and 2 coal. Yeah, we're doing that. Now we have a battleship frigate. Oh, that's just so cool. I am going to take a short bio break. I will be right back, and I'm going to see if I can lower the music volume on this music track. I can't change the track. Okay, I'm back. Did that affect the sound? Did it help the sound? Anybody notice? Um, it was at maximum. Maximum. No, no, it was the sound on one of my ambient tracks, or the background sound from the video that played when I was on bio break. I noticed it was turned at maximum, so I turned it down to like the middle. But that might have made it too quiet. So, Smorier, think about moving your picture. We're seeing that we can't see the building. Oh yeah. Well, you know, these designers are very good about maximizing space, and so figuring out the right spot. Let's see if I move it down here, is where I had it. Then when the city pops up, you can't see it. How far? Let me see. Let's see how much takes up. Oh yeah, that's pretty wide. If I can move it, I should just put it right in the middle. Maybe just make it smaller or take it off. I could just turn it off. You don't need to see my face. You could still can hear me as lower though. Okay, good. On left side between the tracker and the map, like on left side between the tracker and the map, like here, or up here, maybe. Since that space is kind of bad anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah. I've got skills. Let's see. Okay. I gotta follow the mouse that's over here though, not the mouse that's over here. Let's see. Let's take the. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Title banner, and not that. No, not that. Nope, not that. Ambient music, Gen Con TV logo overlay, Peter window. There we go. Okay, let's unlock that. Move it over to. Oh yeah, that's right. Right up here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I'll be looking the wrong way for a bit, but I think I know how to fix that too. A little horizontal flip. And then the camera. Whoops. Yeah, right now it's looking the right way, but when I go like this, oh, what's he doing? Looking off the screen. Okay, so now if I go here, this is fun. Okay, let's. Properties. There we go. Bom, 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 bom. This will be good for next time too. You know, I think for now, I'm just going to turn it off. You don't need to see me. I don't want to waste any more time on this. It's a good idea. I'll figure it out next time. All right, that's a good thing. I'll figure out. Yeah. All right. Hey, now I don't have to worry about whether I'm in focus anymore. And it is good to, yeah. I mean, it's when we design these, it was always the idea was like, hey, it's more important to see the game content than me. Okay, so what was I looking at? Okay, we got, yeah, canals being built. Great. And who knows? Let's just charge forward. Pedro claimed Honda put X Blanc. Okay, great for him. There's a hurricane. I was just double checking, make sure it's not on my land. I just don't know about it. You can like get units damaged from these natural disasters. So, oh yeah, here we go. The heavy rains. The dam is in place to control the rising waters. Oh, some tiles gain fertility. That's great. On all the tiles are developed, so I don't have to go. Okay, don't have to do anything about that. Oh, oil. 5 sources of oil. That's good. Okay, so I could click through those, but I find a better way is just to do a search here. And let's find out where all the oil is. Oils are very important. Oil and aluminum and coal are all real important. 21 results. Okay, let's click through them and find out where they're at. Okay, just down here. Finally, a good reason to settle in the snow. Oh, that's nice. One right off my coast. I'll be able to grab that later. I'll need another technology that lets me do oil platforms. Oh, hey, is this the one I'm going towards? No, it's not. Is there oil over here? Okay, this one, I don't think. By the way, you can tell right off the bat if you're generating oil by clicking up here. I haven't built the harbor here. Oh, and it might stop me from building harbor, actually. Yeah, I think it will. When it comes to strategic resources, when they're revealed, if you don't, if you already have a district or a city built there, then you start mining the resource automatically. If you don't, you're prohibited from settling or building a resource or building a district there. Okay, that one will eventually be mine. That one will eventually be mine. This one has a district, so it's doing. Okay, well, this is good news and not so good news. The good news is that we have a lot of oil, but so far all of it's in the water. Ottawa's got some oil. Oh, okay, so we're gonna be getting this oil right off the bat. This suddenly I have a reason to expand into the snow here. We will. Good. I'm glad there's one place that's where I can actually build an oil well, because I don't think I got. I think the boost is build an oil well. So if you don't have a place to build an oil well, because they're all in the water. Yep, that was the only one. That was our last chance, and we got it. Okay, so we have one place where we can build an oil well, and we should probably do so. Okay, nice. And oh, roads are good. That's okay. I'm replacing them all with railroads. Oh, let's see what our apostles are that I got. Okay, so this apostle has chaplain. Good if you remember to use it. Relic. So okay, 3 extra spreads when moving next to a natural wonder for the first time. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So I'm going to program this guy to go on a little pilgrimage. The apostles, they love doing that. Up to here for the spreads. Okay, so let's see what the other one gets. The other one gets, come on, debater. Nope. Orator is almost as good. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay, 2 extra times. Okay, so this guy, I want to get these production bonuses, so we're going to take a. Well, it's not gonna let me program it just yet. Okay, well I could, yeah I can. Okay, so let's go here. And we started on that. Okay, and we have some marble that we can purchase, looks like. Well, I guess I'll take the cheaper one. It's only slightly cheaper. I don't have a political reason one way or the other. Tech tree. Yeah, we got the replaceable parts boost with the line infantry a while back. Yeah, we're doing good on boosts. I think we will get this banks boost. We got enough other stuff happening that by the time the banks are built, I mean, we could actually we could buy a bank if we needed to, but I think that, well, we might. We'll see how long it would take Portsmouth to build a bank. That's a good reason to go one more turn. I do have to stop soon, but let's just get that sewer while we're thinking about it. I think that's maybe the third sewer I've got. Oh, we got a governor tile. Oh, I think we have a promotion over here. We definitely want to get Magnus. This ley lines. This starts cranking up your ley lines. Every ley lines start producing one yield for every great person that you've gotten if it's the type of great person that increases yields. So let's take a look. Where do we have a ley line? And then we have ley lines up here. Yeah. So now these ley lines went from producing like one food or something, or one hardly anything, to now they're producing 3 science, a faith, a food, 2 production, and 3 gold. Wow, that's nice. Of course, we don't have enough population that we're actually using any of them. Is that smart? We've got... Yeah, that's only +2 food. Alright, we definitely need a builder up here for that oil. Okay, let's see. This apostle is... Which one is it? Eliminates existing pressure from other religions in the target city. It's only got 1 spread left, so let's not get excited about it. This one is the one that's going over there. And this is the one we just built. Oh yeah, it's programmed to go look at the wonders. Okay, great. And we have enough faith that we could build another apostle, but I like to keep around 1,000 faith in inventory just in case, I really get anxious to bring back a leader or something. Oops. This apostle could go over there with them. Maybe they'll go to... Excuse me. Hippolyta has got one more turn left after this, or two, depending on how to count it. And field cannon. Oh yeah, that's right. I was commenting about how I wasn't moving the field cannons down like I was supposed to. Get that started. One is go one way, the other one's going to go the other way. Okay. Oh yeah, I was thinking about, I realized that one of these has oil. I mean, I hate to be cocky, but I think I got enough oil. Or I will. I mean, I'd have to do a platform. No, I'm not going to sell my oil. No, I'm not going to sell my oil. I think we have a 15 Pop City +1 arrow score, and we got the natural history. Okay, we just found a bunch of antiquity sites. They're probably in the way. Well, I'm not going to cycle through and look at them all. I could recall Arthur. I'm not going to. I could recall Sinbad. I don't think there's any reason to recall Sinbad, unfortunately. And, yep, London's at 15 pop. Needs amenities. And Pedro will sell me truffles. Happy to buy your truffles, dude. What a deal. And let's just look at amenities real quick. Everybody's content. Looks like I got a little few access, not a lot. Okay, we will have, we'll go opera and ballet, then scorched earth, and then by then we'll have our boost for mobilization. We'll get that. I don't know if we'll get, I don't think we're going to get radio in time to help this. So we'll hard build it, which will buy us enough time that we'll have our neighborhood with a boost for conservatism. Start building stock exchanges before long. Should be doing that anyway. And then we'll be well poised for suffrage. Get democracy. Oh, I got to go into a great person. Who would I get? Great merchant. Grants 1 toy is a uniquely manufactured luxury resource which provides +4 amenities. Yeah, let's do that. Toys, how fitting. Okay, Bradford finished its power plant. Okay, so let's look at the power thing now and see if we've got, if all our cities are being powered. It might take a turn to register. Yep, they are. So we have 6 power. Bradford, London, Birmingham. Those are our 3 spots. So we're using 3 coal a turn for power. Still generating way more coal than we need. Okay, great. And okay, fabulous. Well, I think this is a good place to leave off. Thank you for joining me. I should be back next week. I don't think there's anything on my schedule that would mean otherwise. I don't know. I'm not going to take time to look at it right now. I love doing this. I love Civ Play Civ. And thank you for watching. It's. I hope this is fun and useful, and it's a good chance to hang out. So Smorier, nice to meet you too. Maybe we'll see each other at Gen Con sometime. But, it's always different names, so you'd have to say, hey, I'm that guy who's on chat. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.